Gentlemen, start your engines.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Make sure you go check out savageedge.com. We're coming at you live tonight from Worldwide Technology Raceway, also known as Gateway, for 220 laps. Joining me tonight, as always, is Terry, the Taffy Man Foster. Terry, how we doing?
Doing great, man, but just outside St. Louis here at Gateway International. That's what I always like to call it. Like you said, 220 laps. And Sam, I think you and I discussed it. The fuel run about 30, 35. These guys could probably hold up to about 40 laps, I'd imagine. And, man, we got some pretty good names up the top of the leaderboard right now.
Yeah, you got Mark Arthur fastest right now with a 34.23. But how about the, I guess we could call him the rookie, Samuel Lawson, third on the charts right now behind Derek Paulson with a 34.27. Really close times here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we do have a couple in-car cameras here tonight. We got Joshua Rutherford and Rick Thompson on in-car camera tonight, nice and big. They're waving. Oh, Rick's not. He's concentrating. He's trying to get those last minute of practice in because we caught him eating pizza before the show, Terry.
Yeah, we did. I told him you got to watch that, man. He's going to get grease on that steering wheel. You won't be able to steer that thing.
I don't think he's going to be able to hear you, but ladies and gentlemen, we do got Corey Sherman getting ready to go. He's now on in-car cam as well. Good to see the number 3 back on the in-car cams here tonight. Give it a wave.
Thanks everybody for getting in the in-car. I mean, that's pretty cool. We get to see these guys do that. You talk about the governor, Sam Lawson. He was sitting in that 24th car, third fastest, Sam. And earlier, he was on the top of the speed charts. I did talk to him. He's looking for that top 3 tonight, man. He wants to move up in them points.
So, he hasn't really had that great of a finish yet this season, Terry. He's ran up front a couple of times. However, something seems to always happen to that number 24, putting himself in a good spot if he can get a good qualifying run here tonight at Gateway. Looks like we have about 34 drivers getting set and ready to go here in the final minute of practice. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to head down trackside. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Joshua's YouTube channel. It's Mullet Music Productions over there on YouTube. We're taking a look at the number 46 of Fred Thompson right now, Terry. He's out starting his qualifying run as a bunch of other drivers start to head out on track.
Fred Thompson, our eldest in the league. I want to say, I think he's 82, 83 years old, somewhere in there, but Fred's out here each and every week. He loves doing this stuff with his son, Rick Thompson, as we seen him on camera a little bit ago, waving. Or no, he wasn't waving, was he?
No, he was too busy practicing. He had to get that last slice of pizza in, and I understand the struggle. Rick Thompson is actually out on track as well, Terry, in the Southern Shores Realty Ford Mustang, number 76. First time out on the board is going to be by Chris Carroll in the 99, 34.63. So I was talking to a few drivers before the race, Terry, and the big question I had was, are we going to see shifting in turn one? I think to see a hot lap here as we see Rick Thompson go way wide in turn one, get loose coming out of two. He's going to smack the inside wall. And not what you want to see out of the number 76. We'll focus on Corey Sherman now, but as I was saying, Terry, we have the possibility of shifting in 1 and 2. The question is, you get a better run if you downshift to third gear going into 1 and a better entry. However, if you don't shift, you might be able to save a little bit of fuel here tonight. What do you think the strategy is going to be?
I've always shifted, so that's what I would have to go with.
There you go. Terry's going to say shift. I'm going to also say shift because I have also shifted as well here. But how about this, Terry? Third on the chart right now, Corey Rutherford at number 5. Got about 7 minutes left to go here in qualifying. Got a couple people out in chat. See old Joshua Rutherford out there. Josh says his picks tonight, Terry, is the 6 of Derek Paulson. And, of course, we got Lori out in chat going for Mark and Tanner.
Corey Rutherford settles for top 3 at the moment with a 34.65, tied up with Kobe Sutphin at 34.65.
Had 2 good laps out of those drivers. We've seen Kobe up near the front of the field. Well, he actually led quite a few laps last week at Chicagoland. Strategy didn't quite play out for the number 23, but in good position right now for a second place starting spot here at Gateway. How about Alex Harris, Terry, currently 5th, going to cross the line here, get the checkered flag for his qualifying run. Goes second fastest with another 34.65. Well, 34.64. Taylor Butcher Benjamin knocks him down 1 spot.
Alex Harris in that 74. Been kind of quiet so far this season, Sam. I know he's new to the Blazing Pedals, but he's still been kind of quiet, so I expect something to happen out of that 74 eventually.
Seems to have a feel for Gateway right now as he puts it 3rd on the board. That 34.64. Number 74 of Alex Harris.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin knocking down 2nd place with a 34.59. Good run out of that 10 car.
Another driver that we've talked a little bit about, Terry, is John Perkins. We've seen him up inside the top 10, up inside the top 5 a couple of times, but always seems to have a little bit of bad luck. Could he turn it around here tonight?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too, Sam. At 33, he's been awesome. He's been fast, been up front a lot this season, but just somehow that 33 seems to end up in trouble.
How about that? We talk about him. Quick time for the number 33 at John Perkins, 34.46. What a lap.
Sam, I don't think he's went out yet. The governor, no, he has not, but he's still sitting there. He said he thinks he has a 34-1 in him on a qualifier.
Right now, John Perkins has this lap. He's coming out to finish his qualifying run. Checkered flag for the number 33. Is he any quicker? No. A little quicker, or a little slower that time. 34.60. But hangs on to the pole right now. 33, John Perkins.
Awesome run out of John Perkins. Way to go, John. You deserve it, man.
Out on track, the number 4 of Tanner Marr, Terry. Tanner Marr is going to go 9th fastest, 34.75 first lap.
Tanner Marr is another one of them guys. He's been up top. He's led some laps this season, just not in the right spot when he needs to be, and always getting caught up into something, it seems like.
Through turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, this is going to finish up his run. Checkered flag for the number 4, Tanner Marr. Does he improve? He does a little bit, 34.66. Dave Seats, third quickest on the board right now. Terry on his first lap, 34.51.
14 out of Dave Seats there. We've seen Dave Seats actually won a race at Watkins Glen earlier in the season, man. I mean, good run out of that 14 car. What else? Yeah, Watkins Glen's all he's got this season so far, so he's trying.
Out of turn 4 on his second lap here to cross the line, get the checkered flag. Does he improve? Does not. Little under a tenth slower, 34.60 second lap. Going to be able to hang on to third here for Dave Seats in that number 14. Well, Terry, you said it. He was fast in practice, finally rolling that number 24 True Sim Productions Ford Mustang onto the track. Sam Lawson.
See if he's got something for these guys in that 24 to see if he can lay down that 34-1.
On his first lap right now, out of turn 4 and coming across the line, get the white flag. Fourth fastest on his first lap, 34.53. Goes kind of wide here in turns 1 and 2, Terry. Not what you want to see.
Stick.
Not what you want to see, though. He's going to lose some time right there. Out of turn number 4, get a little loose. Checkered flag in the air for the 24 Samuel Lawson. The governor, a little bit slower, going to have to hang on to 4th.
Still a good run for that 24 car.
Absolutely. Sam. Absolutely. Great run.
Still, nobody's came out yet to knock Perkins down off that pole position yet.
What a great time out of John Perkins, too. Completely unexpected. I think that 33 put in some extra practice time, man, and was able to put that 33 car on the pole. Still got some drivers out there who have to set a time yet. Mark Arthur, Cody Gibson, Dalton Curo, Jamie Walker, but can John Perkins hang on to that top spot? Minute and a half left to go as Cody Gibson goes second fastest at number 7. Ty Morosco now bumps him down. 34.47 for the one of Morosco.
A little bit of electric issues out of that 7, but I think he's got it under control now.
Jamie Walker's first lap, 34.78. Let's see what he can do on his second. Derek Paulson, he was another driver fast in practice there. A little slow here in qualifying, currently 18th on the board. Cody Gibson, quick time, 34.41. Bumps Sean Perkins down. Number 7 of Cody Gibson's going to hang on to provisional pole right now. Derek Paulson actually goes from 18th to 4th on his second lap.
I see Mark Arthur now, finally.
Yeah, he's coming out on track. I think, if you notice, Terry, there's a little shade going on in 3 and 4 over there. So I think they were waiting for that cloud to see Mark Arthur on his first lap. Lays down a 34.59. Goes kind of wide there in 1 and 2. Is that what we're going to be seeing here tonight, Terry? Maybe see that second groove work in 1 and 2.
That would be nice to see another groove pop into here eventually. Mark Arthur, he is last season's winner at Gateway.
7 seconds. I don't know if Mark's going to be able to get there before time's going to expire. Might have to settle for 8th. It's not going to give it to him, Terry.
No, it's not, is it? Wow.
No, he's going to have to settle for 8th quickest here tonight. So they ran it all the way down to the wire on qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, trying to wait for that cloud to get the fastest speed and time possible here tonight. What do you say, Terry? Time to get rolling? Starting on the pole here tonight is going to be Cody Gibson in that number 7 with John Perkins, who is outside in second. Starting third is going to be Ty Morosco in that number 1 with Derek Paulson, his teammate, who is outside in fourth. Chris Carroll going to be starting in fifth with Dave Seats rolling off sixth. Samuel Lawson, the governor, going to be starting in seventh with Mark Arthur starting in eighth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is going to be starting in ninth position with teammate Dalton Kilroy, who is outside in 10th. Starting 11th tonight is going to be Dustin Ping in the number 81. He's got Steven Johnson, who is outside in 12th. Moving on down, we got Alex Harris in the 74 in 13th. Mike Hamlin, who is outside in 14th. Kobe Sutphin in 15th. Corey Rutherford in 16th. Tanner Marr is going to be rolling off in P17 with Andy Poliski, who is outside in 18th. Terry, do you want the rest of them?
I got him starting 19th. Jamie Walker in that 88 car. In that 76 car is Rick Thompson starting 21st. Chris Berg. Brian Zimmerman in that 21 starting 22nd. Larry Bell in the 43 starting 23. Philip Van Fleet in the 89 starting 24th. Larry Bell starting 23rd. Oh, already said that, didn't I? Corey Sherman starting 25th. Joshua Rutherford starting 26th. Paul Ellison 27th. Kyle Wellman 28th. Michael Miller 29th. Casey Campbell 30th. Jason Bauer 31st. Fred Thompson 32nd. Amanda Sherman starting 33rd. Mike Matthew Yield 34th.
That's going to round out your field here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 34 drivers, 220 laps at Worldwide Technology Raceway. It's time to get it on a Sunday night. Let's go.
Get my cameras working again. Sam, you got a pick tonight?
Not yet.
No? Okay.
we all know what happens when I pick somebody, so no, not currently. I do not.
Absolutely. Well, I'll wait till you're ready, then we'll go do it at the same time.
And great qualifying run for the 33 John Perkins out of Speed Mafia. Good job for him starting here in second, but Cody Gibson going to lead him down here to the start zone. Wait for that green flag. He fires them off. We're racing at Gateway.
Nobody gets a jump on this. Cody Gibson side by side. John Perkins. John Perkins backs off just a little bit as the one of Ty Morosco is trying to work underneath the 33. And he decides to jump up behind the 33 as a 6. And Derek Paulson just jumps in behind the 1 car.
I tell you what, Cody Gibson slid up right in front of John Perkins coming off of turn 2, trying to take the air off of the nose of that number 33. Maintains the race lead here coming out of turn number 4. First lap led here tonight is going to be the 7 of Cody Gibson.
And Sam, nobody likes dirty air on their car.
No, they don't. Going back down into turns 1 and 2. Looks like Perkins going to run a little bit higher of a line here, try to get a run on the 7, try and take that lead away. Going back to third, it's Ty Morosco. He has his teammate, Derek Paulson, right behind him in the number 6. Taking a peek to the inside as they go down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4.
Yep, Paulson Morosco just hanging back there in 3rd and 4th. So maybe let these guys up front, 33 Perkins, 7 at Gibson, just let them race it out for a while.
Everybody pretty much single filed out right now. Looked like Dustin Ping was going to take a peek to the inside of the 28 of Mike Hamlin. And he gets there here in turns 1 and 2, side by side for the 11th position back here. Dustin Ping in the 81 on the bottom side of the racetrack. Mike Hamlin going to keep the momentum in that 28 down and back straightaway, maintain 11th.
Ping was one of them guys that was kind of fast in our earlier practice today.
So yeah, Terry, looks like everybody trying to be a little patient here tonight. Now, that's something I talked to the work in progress guys, specifically Paul Ellison. He said you got to survive this setup here tonight, Terry. You don't want to burn off the front tires. And what I was going to point out, patience. You got to be patient here tonight. It's a long race, a long time to make passes here, long time to get in that track position.
Yeah, they got plenty of time to work this track in. We talked about a second groove already. Maybe try to work in a second groove later on.
Kind of scanning the middle and back of the field, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, everybody's single filed out. We're on lap 5 of 220. This is kind of what we wanted to see, right? Everybody kind of get into a rhythm, figure out what everybody else is going to do, and just start picking off drivers as quick as you can. Something I did find out too, Terry, you gotta double stint at least 2 sets of tires here tonight, is what I was being told. Remember, we got 4 sets of tires in the pits, including the one they start on, so that's 5 sets total here tonight for Gateway.
Yeah, tire strategy is going to be something here. That's definite. Fuel strategy, I don't think it's going to play out a whole lot tonight.
Well, they mentioned that on Track Talk, right? And Taylor Butcher Benjamin actually pointed out, he said, I don't think it's going to be viable, but, somebody might try it. There are a few drivers out there who definitely will give it a shot to try and get a win here. A win very important in this series, Terry, especially with the way the points are shaking up.
Yeah, right now the points, man. I mean, everybody's trying to fight what they can get. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, he's sitting second in our points battle. He has not got a win yet, but Chris Carroll with, I think, 4 or 5 wins, he's sitting number 1. Another person, no win yet this season. Derek Paulson sitting 5th. Brian Dees, no win, sitting 7th. Paul Ellison sitting 9th, no win. And Jamie Walker rounds out our top 10 on that with a couple wins. So, yeah, these guys need these points.
Well, a few of those names you mentioned, Terry, they're kind of having a battle right here for about 10th position. Dalton Kilrow going to go to the inside of the 99 of Carroll, slide up in front of him and take 9th away from Carroll.
Dalton Kilrow right now sitting 3rd in our points battle. He actually lost a position last week. As we seen, Chris Carroll led pretty much race last week at Chicagoland. Come off turn 4, started run out of gas. Jamie Walker in the 88 was able to pass him right before the line to get the win. That would have been Jamie Walker's, I want to say, 2nd or 3rd win for the season.
So it looks like Mark Arthur is right in front of Taylor Butcher Benjamin right now, Terry. He's moved up 1 spot since the start of this race. Probably just saving them tires, man. It's going to be a long race here tonight. As we said, you're going to have to double stint at least 2 sets. And we've seen this out of Mark before. He is a long-run race car driver.
I'm kind of looking back through my notes here. I believe he's only got 1 race win so far this season, and that was back in Milwaukee. So yeah, Mark is actually sitting 6th in our points battle. Here in another 4 races, we get to the All-Star. Then after that, the All-Star break, we have to go into our chase.
Taking a look at someone we like to call a heavy hitter in Blazing Pedals, Jamie Walker. Currently 15th, started 19th. Now looking to the inside of that 23 of Kobe Sutphin for 14th here. So we're on lap 10 of 220.
Kobe Sutphin trying to get out of the 2 and Steven Johnson.
Yeah, but again, Terry, I mean, everybody being real cordial right now, real patient out here. I mean, right there, it's a great shot of it. Single file all the way back.
Has a bunch up going into the turn.
Well, we were talking about him in qualifying and in practice there. Currently, still inside the top 10 is Samuel Lawson, the governor. He's moved up 1 spot since the start of this race. He's currently 6th.
6th place, like you said, in that 24 car. Trying to run down Dave Seats in that 14 car, running 5th place at the moment.
Yeah, Dave's having a good run so far, hanging on to that top 5 spot. He's also up 1 spot since the start of this race, trying to stay on the back bumper of the number 6, Derek Paulson. And Paulson's just kind of riding right behind his teammate right now, Ty Morosco. And how about it, man? John Perkins still hangs on to 2nd, doing a great job in that number 33 Loves Ford Mustang.
It looks like John Perkins is just hitting his marks just perfect in that 33 car.
And Cody's doing a good job as well. I mean, he's started on the pole, has led all 12 laps so far as we take lap 13 of 220. And he's another driver, Terry. I've noticed not everybody going to the very bottom of the racetrack in 1 and 2. They're kind of running that second seam. They'll put the left-hand side tires right on that seam and run it almost an outside groove there.
Cody Gibson, 2-time winner so far this season, sitting 4th in our points battle. So Cody Gibson having an awesome season so far. John Perkins is not letting that 7 get out of sight, is he?
No, he's not. We got a battle going on back here. Looks like Alex Harris trying to take a peek to the inside of Jamie Walker, but Chris Berg looking to the outside of Harris.
Harris kind of stuck on the bottom, wasn't able to get up there where he needed to be.
Go on board with Alex Harris. Looks like Berg's going to get a run on Walker. I don't think he's going to be able to make it stick here on the bottom. No. You hear him way out of the throttle, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be really tough to pass here tonight, Terry. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Tanner Marsh fighting everything he's got behind the 74, trying to get around that car.
Tanner Marr currently being scored in 18th position. He's got Corey Rutherford right behind him. Berg gonna take another peek to the inside of Walker. A couple of drivers look like they might have got tight off of turn 4 right there, Terry.
Yeah, this thing is going to be tight on him. Man, we got him stacked up behind the 5 of Rutherford.
Look like Tanner might have got a little tight there coming off turn 2. Rutherford gonna look to the inside going into 3 and 4, trying to take that 18th spot away. Almost got his nose there, but Tanner's gonna be able to slide down in front of the 5. Maintain that spot. Some good racing going on back here, Terry. Let's go back up to the front. It's still Cody Gibson leading the way about a second over John Perkins. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this thing has gone green so far the whole way. I don't want to jinx it. We're only on lap 17, but drivers are going to have to start thinking about that first round of pit stops around, what do you think, Terry? Lap 30 to 40? I got 30 to 35, but you were saying something about 40 laps?
Well, I'd say somewhere between 30 and 40 then. How's that?
Works for me.
I mean, we're still looking at, 12 laps to 30, and so we'll see.
It's still a long way to go, and remember, like I said, you're going to have to double stint 2 sets of tires here this evening.
And Sam, one guy we know that will short pit will come in early, I guess you could say, is that 7 of Cody Gibson. For some reason, he likes doing him early pit stops.
But will that strategy change here tonight because he's out leading the race? Were those strategies prior because he was just trying to get the track position? He has the track position now. Could he change up that strategy?
Oh, absolutely. And looks like Perkins is actually going backwards a little bit to Cody Gibson. He's well over a second now behind Gibson in that 33 car.
Excuse me. Mark Arthur looking to the inside of Dave Seats right here in turns 3 and 4. Seats gets a little loose coming off of 4 right there, Terry. It's allowing Mark to get side by side with him. It's a battle for your 5th spot, ladies and gentlemen.
And these two will fight it out. I mean, they're not afraid to race each other, that's for sure.
Absolutely not.
It's a drag race.
It is. Seats trying to hang on to it on the outside. I think Mark's going to be able to. No, look at the run Seats gets coming off of 4, man. Looks like Mark's getting. Oh, Seats into the outside wall.
And Mark backed off really early on that
He did. It looked like Seats might have just overshot the entry of the corner. Let's go back and take a look at it here, Terry. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there was contact there on entry. Let's take another look at it here. Back it up one more time. Yeah, there's no contact there on entry. Just looks like Seats maybe went in just a little bit deeper. Pushed tight and got up into the outside wall. Damage on the right-hand side of that number 14. Not going to help him here tonight at Gateway.
No, because Taylor Butcher Benjamin is now closed in on that 14. Along with Sam Lawson now trying to catch back up to the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
Yeah, he's actually down one spot. Well, actually, he's dead even. Oh, no, sorry, timing and scoring on me. He is down one spot since the start of this race now, in 8th position. He's got Dalton Kilroy right behind him, but I tell you what, we all know how Sam Lawson, the governor, how he is. If he feels he can get a top 10 finish, he sure is going to drive the wheels off that thing to make it happen.
So you're looking at 24. Yeah, those guys in front of them are starting to catch up to 46 of Fred Thompson. Fred Thompson stays low, trying to let these guys go.
Now, trying to let him go, but also just trying to maintain his own pace, right? He even runs real low right there on the racetrack, trying to make sure he's giving plenty of room to these leaders. So good job out of Fred Thompson.
So again, one thing is this league is awesome about we do not ask anybody to move over. We don't ask anybody to slow down. We don't ask anybody to park their car. You pay your dues. You are more than welcome to be on this track, any part of that track you want to be on. It's just kind of a gentleman's agreement. If you want to do that, to move out of the way of the faster cars, but we do not ask you to move out of the way of the faster cars.
Lap 25 of 220, getting close to that first set of pit stops. Right now, watching the battle here for 6th spot. Taylor Butcher Benjamin looking underneath Dave Seats. I was talking to the MFRD guys earlier before the race, Terry, specifically Ty Morosco. He was the one that told me you're going to have to double stint a set of tires twice, right? You're going to have to do it twice here tonight. So his main concern this evening in that number 1 MFRD Ford Mustang, save them tires.
Yeah, I guess it's just going to matter where these guys want to double stint tires at, first part of the race or the second part of the race.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of drivers do it here in the first part. That's normally the way these things kind of play out, but we could see some altering strategies going on. Remember, I just said Ty, he was talking about saving tires, has finally got to the inside of John Perkins here on lap 26, battling for second.
Made some nice clean work of getting around that 33 of Perkins. Tom Roscoe now running the second. Derek Paulson now kind of looking at the 33, trying to figure out how to get around him, maybe get up there to 3rd place.
Well, I tell you what, Terry, not only did Ty Morosco get around Perkins, he is actually starting to close that gap to the race leader right now. Minimal, but last time by, he was a little bit quicker than Cody Gibson, and that was with passing John Perkins.
Sorry, Sam, trying to do some camera work here to better to help me out.
No problem, Terry. We're on lap 28 of 220. Cody Gibson still leads the way. He has about a 2-second gap over Ty Morosco. However, Morosco out of the top 3 was the fastest that time by as well. 36.34 for the number 1 of Ty Morosco compared to Gibson, 36.40.
And Cody Gibson right now still showing the best time on the track.
Yellow. Caution flag out on the speedway, Terry. Problems here.
It looks like it might have been Fred Thompson.
You might be correct on that, Terry. Let's see. Fred Thompson out of turn 2. Goes down into the grass, hits the inside wall. And he is slow coming back up onto the track. Yep, there it is. I think when Tanner got close to him right there, when he was trying to battle Larry Bell, that's what brought out the yellow flag. So we'll wait for race control. But we're just about to get to that first green flag pit stop there, Terry. So we're going to be seeing a busy pit road here.
Yeah, I see everybody coming down right now. At least get fuel. 46 car again involved with that. I'm sure the hammer will come down on that. Fred just out there trying to race his race, but sometimes it doesn't end up that way. Pit road is getting busy.
They have to use the access road here. I remember that being a big thing a few years ago here in Blazing Pedals. We were racing the trucks where somebody last minute cut the access road.
Yeah, Mark actually said in the pre-race said you will use the access road, and once you commit, you cannot come back out.
That's what it was. I think it was somebody who was on the access road. This was a few years ago, and they right at the last second there where the access road ends, there's a little piece of concrete. They ducked right back out onto the racetrack. So that's why that rule's in effect. It's been in effect for a few years now. Fuel only for the 1 and the 7. Great race off pit road. Ty Morosco almost got Cody Gibson, but Cody going to hang on to the first spot. And yeah, we said it, Terry, busy pit road. Everybody came down that time.
Yep, everybody as so far just fuel only. Dave Seats still sitting in his pit, probably getting that damage fixed, along with Michael Miller.
Amanda Sherman coming back out of the pits, 28th position for Amanda. I was actually talking to TNA before the race too, Terry, specifically Amanda, and she said she's going to try to avoid everyone. She's going to try shifting. She's got to be very careful. You got to be very careful with shifting. You don't want to, mess up your shift and blow a motor, some of those lines. You don't want to wheel hop going into the corner, and you don't want to spin yourself out going into the corner while shifting. Amanda's looking for a top 5 tonight, top 15 tonight, Terry. Top 15 for Amanda Sherman.
Yeah, Amanda right now sitting 26 in our points battle, so she really needs to get some points if she wants to get in that top 16. And Fred Thompson, the 46, did get that EOL. Garrett came down on him with that hammer.
Well, now that they've all come down and got full fuel here, Terry, we're looking at probably around lap 70 or so. We're going to see green flag pit stops. But the old classic saying, cautions breed cautions.
Oh, boy. I knew you was going there.
I got to, man. I mean, it's the first one of the night here on lap 32. A little bit of a self-spin. Everybody's been doing a great job here tonight, so I have faith. But we've seen it happen. Got to keep that in mind. That's going to mix up your strategies too. The biggest thing is everybody was planning on coming down pit road there under green flag. Now they don't have to worry about it, and they can get back into a rhythm again here.
Yeah, let's hope they get right back into that rhythm, kind of running one by one, single file, and just taking the time and getting around that next driver. Looks like Cody Gibson is going to be coming back to the line with Ty Morosco on his outside. Behind Gibson be the 33 of Perkins, and it is outside is the 6 of Paulson. The 12 starting on the inside of Mark Arthur with Taylor Butcher Benjamin on his outside.
Driver's got the 1 to go signal that time by. Hey, Terry.
Yes, sir.
You know what I got tonight?
I hope I crank it up.
I do have them tonight. What do you say we do it here on this restart?
Let's do it. Crank them up to 11, everybody. Hit that rocker up high. Let's listen to this stuff.
Cody Gibson and Ty Morosco on the front row of this restart. They're going to bring him down to the restart zone, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to crank it up for this one. So crank them up to 11, as Terry said. Here we go. Crank it up, ladies and gentlemen. You love it. I love it. Terry loves it. There's been a battle going on this whole time between the 99 of Carroll, Butcher Benjamin in that 10 car, Dalton Kilrow all the way on back. As we're taking a look at Samuel Lawson right now, Kobe Sutphin in the 23, looking to his inside right on the back bumper of the 81 of Dustin Peng.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sam. As you know, we was listening to that Crank It Up, which I love hearing. I was also catching that 88. He did take tires in that last pit stop. He is just walking right through this, all his cars, man. When he came back to green, he was in 30th. He's up to, where's he at right now? 18th.
Ooh, right in front of him, Kobe Sutphin locked up that left front tire. Big wiggle. Walker going to put it 3 wide coming off at turn 2.
Walker with a big advantage of them fresh tires.
That restart was absolutely insane. We saw 3 wide racing. Everybody kept it clean, nice and cordial. Everybody starting to single file out one more time here tonight at Gateway. Lawson has lost a few spots. He's back there in 12th, under fire from Kobe Sutphin. Now Corey Sherman and Sutphin going to make a little contact in turns 1 and 2.
Kobe's suffering wearing out the front end of his car on the back end of the governor's car in that fucking floor.
He's lost his momentum now as he's fighting the three, of course.
No!
Oh, they almost make contact right there. Or maybe they did. I'm not quite sure. Didn't have the greatest angle on it, but I don't know. I don't think the 3 car are going to be too happy with that one.
No, the 3 and the 23 actually did touch. I just caught it as soon as I clicked over. And the 23 and 24 touch.
Wow.
Oh, hold on, good Lawson.
I think that's a couple drivers now not going to be too pleased there with the 23. Kind of looked like maybe Lawson came down on the 23, but it looked like the 23 might have rolled up the track, got into that left front quarter panel of the 24 of the Governor. Actually, we might be able to get a replay on both of these, Terry. Let's go back and take a look at the one between Sutphin and Lawson. Yeah, 23 just kind of comes up the track, bumps Lawson out of the groove. You said it, he gets loose off the corner. Nice save, able to keep it straight, no caution out on the speedway. Let's go take a look at the one between Corey Sherman and the 23. Well, it looks like Sherman actually might have pushed up the racetrack right there, Terry. Thought he was going to hit them curbs, hit the brakes a little bit, and the car pushed tight on him. Had to back out of it. A little door contact there on the number 23.
But Sam, you know just as well as I do, sitting in that car, it's always their fault. Never mind, right?
Absolutely. Well, Cody Gibson, before that caution, had about a 1.7 second lead over Ty Morosco. Ever since the green flag has dropped, Morosco has been stuck to the back bumper of that number 7. Only about a 2 to 3/10 gap right now. Something I'd like to mention as well tonight, Terry. I just found this out this evening, and we'd love to let everybody know who is on what team. Blackhawk Motorsports. You got Chris Berg, Mike Massengill, and Dustin Ping. Those 3 drivers are part of Blackhawk Motorsports. And I talked to Chris Berg earlier in practice there. He was saying, you got to try to keep the fenders on it. Definitely got to keep the tires on it. And he was expecting an early caution, so I think he predicted pretty well there, lap 32 caution.
Yeah, I mean, we was getting close to that green flag pit stops too. But yeah, a little bit of an earlier caution. Everybody's able to get in there and get a little bit of fuel. Like I said, we only had, 3 or 4 guys change tires, I believe. Dave Seats was in there for a little bit. Michael Miller. Of course, we know Jamie Walker was in there for a while. He's got fresh tires.
Well,
Cody Gibson.
Sorry, Terry, I didn't mean to cut you off right there, but how about this? You might like this. We're about 46.7 now, laps into this main event here of 220. We got to take our first commercial break of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker, the future is feeling.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Live here on True Sim Productions, watching the battle between Dave Seats, Dalton Kilrow, and Chris Carroll. That's 7th, 8th, and 9th, because I believe Terry heard that there was a little chatter going on race comms between these drivers.
There absolutely was, Sam. So Dave Seats got around the 9 and 9 of Carroll. Carroll told us, man, good luck getting around that 41, and Dalton Kilrow was actually, holding his line, doing his thing. And he had some choice words with Carroll once Carroll told Seats good luck trying to get around that 41.
Well,
so
Carroll's trying to get around him right here. Dalton racing him tight.
Well, Carroll will do the same thing. So
did Dalton maybe burn up his tires, or did Seats actually took tires? So that's why he was able to get around him with ease. It looks like, Dave Seats, 15.15 second pit stop on lap 32 for the number 14 of Seats. Dalton really struggling right here, loses the position to Chris Carroll, and now Mike Hamlin, and now teammate Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
Well, Sam, going into 1 and 2, Chris Carroll actually looked like to me was beside the 41 and just ran him hard down into 1 and would not let the 41 turn when he needed to.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, Terry. He was in the back, took tires that last stop. Jamie Walker, now at 15 spots from the start of this race, sitting there in 4th position. Awesome
run out of that 88 car, but Sam, we had to wear some tires out to get up there.
How about this battle for second? Ty Morosco, Mark Arthur. Now remember, we said it, that 12 car always seems to find long run speed. Doing it here tonight. We're about 57 laps on this set of tires.
Kind of used the 73 of Casey Campbell as a pick as he dove down to get underneath him. The one of Morosco could not get out from behind that 73.
Morosco trying to fight back on the outside here in 3 and 4. Looks like he's going to kind of let Jamie go by. Maybe not, going to kind of pinch him down a little bit coming off 4. Now remember, Walker does have them fresher tires. Almost up to the race lead right now. Walker running about a tenth faster than Mark, but was about a tenth slower than Cody Gibson, believe it or not, Terry.
I think I might have to do getting caught behind Morosco and Arthur at the moment.
Well, we know Mark's not going to give up that second spot easy. A lot of these drivers, ladies and gentlemen, pit on lap 30. So we should be seeing them come down pit road here in the next, I'd say, 10 to 15 laps, Terry.
Yeah, let's hope so. There got to be some more tires coming on here sooner or later, I would think. And we're getting these whoa, Jamie Walker almost into the back quarter of the 12 of Mark Arthur.
Well, we mentioned how hard it's going to be to pass here. A lot of these guys are running that middle groove in 1 and 2. The only way you're going to really get around them is if you go all the way to the bottom, but really hard to keep control of that race car on the very bottom of the racetrack in 1 and 2.
Jamie Walker with a little bit of a better run than Arthur right there, but just could not get up beside him to get around him.
I tell you what, lap 60, we can start one of these. Let's go through the field. Cody Gibson, your race leader right now. You got Mark Arthur in second, trying to hold off a hard charging Jamie Walker on them fresher tires. Jamie in third. Ty Morosco back here in fourth position. Ty was having a good run there. Looks like he's got a little rear end damage there, Terry. Might be hurting that race car. Ty's teammate, Derek Paulson, holds on to a top 5 spot right now. John Perkins started on the outside pole here tonight, currently running in 6th, having a good run. Dave Seats also took tires on lap 32, currently in the 7th position. He's got Chris Carroll running in 8th right behind him. Mike Hamlin, Dave Seats' teammate for Limitless Motorsports, he's back here in the 9th position. Rounding out the top 10, and got a little pressure behind him, is the number 41 of Dalton Kilrow. And don't look now, Terry, that number 3 car is coming.
Well, that number 3 car is back behind the 23 of Kobe Sutton. We've seen those two tie up a little while ago. Is Corey Sherman still thinking, man, he ran me over, I'm going to do it back? So
not necessarily thinking about him in the 23. I'm thinking about the 3 and the 41.
Yeah, last week.
Corey Sherman getting kind of pushed up out of the groove there. Steven Johnson goes by him. Steven Johnson in that number 2 car, currently back here in 32nd, it's showing him.
Johnson getting around the 41 on the outside, doing it the hard way.
Well, he does have fresher tires here, Terry.
23 Sutton using the 73 as a pick to get around Kilrow.
Okay, so that would explain it. I was trying to figure out what's going on with the number 2 at Johnson here, Terry. Last pit on lap 59, so Johnson was the first driver to come down pit road. He has 4 fresh Goodyear tires on that number 2 Chevy.
Yeah, I don't think we're too far from pit stops now, Sam.
Here comes Corey Sherman down pit road. Cody Gibson, our race leader, is on pit road. Green flag pit stops have begun here tonight at Gateway.
That's about 33, 34 laps, some of these guys.
So we got a battle for the race lead right now, Terry. Jamie Walker to the inside of Mark Arthur here. Mark Arthur now brings it down pit side.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Walker does when he does finally decide to come down. Is he going to stay on the set of tires he's on, or will he change tires, still be fast, then double stint later on?
Derek Paulson currently in second. That moves Mike Hamlin to third. During this round of green flag pit stops, Mark Arthur, Ty Morosco, both on pit road right now, hitting their box. Ooh, Ty Morosco, he drove down quite a few pit boxes there, Terry. Better hope the hammer wasn't looking on that one.
Timer Oscar must have got hit in the pits. He got a black flag.
Did he? Let me see if I can see what happened to old Timer Roscoe here. Timer Roscoe and Mark Arthur making contact on pit road, Terry.
Yeah, those are the two that are talking at the moment.
What?
We got Costco Speedway.
We do.
Oh wow.
Okay, so now, Jamie Walker.
Oh no!
Sideways down on the grass here on the access road. I don't know if that was the cause of our caution, though, Terry. It just might have been. Goes down here on the access road. Gets too hot, gets into the grass. Man. Yeah. Loops it around. I'm surprised that's what would bring out the caution. But yeah, I mean, unfortunate for Jamie Walker, and we're now under our second caution of the evening. We'll wait to see what race control says for sure. That was lap 66, ladies and gentlemen, that caution flew.
Yeah, the Hammer is investigating that. And Timer Roscoe did get a speeding penalty, but I believe the Hammer got rid of it because he got rear-ended and was sped up by Arthur.
I didn't see him. I seen him make door contact there on pit road. I didn't see nothing on entry. I have to go look at it. Pit road, not going to be as busy as we saw at the last caution, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of drivers have already made their green flag pit stops here, but kind of plays into the favor of some of these other guys. They're able to get some fresh tires and have better tires than anybody else right now. Current race leader, how about it? The number 89 of Philip Van Vliet, the Lone Dutchman.
Lone Dutchman looking for that banner. Jamie Walker calls to the caution, has to go to end of the line. Wow. Hell of a run out of that 88 to get this handed to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but we saw it happen. And race control brings it down on the number 88 of Jamie Walker. Going to be receiving that EOL for that caution.
That'll put Jamie back about 21st, 22nd, somewhere in there.
Well, I'm kind of looking through timing and scoring right now. That only trapped... I trapped a few drivers lap down. Dustin Peng, Paul Ellison, Tanner Marr, Timer Roscoe, who's been up front pretty much the whole race. He's now trapped a lap down. Dalton Kilrow. See, Philip Van Vliet's going to bring it down pit side this time. Wanted to stay out and get those 5 bonus points for leading the lap. That will hand the race lead over to Cody Gibson. Oh, man, Terry, look at the line of cars behind the pace car here. It looks like might be getting the wave around.
There's going to be a few. Bring up Van Vliet right now. Philip is sitting, trying to figure out where he's at in points here. Give me a second. Philip Van Vliet sitting 19th. Philip needs his points to get in that top 16 to start this chase.
Race control, Terry, might have to extend this one to be able to let all these wave around cars go by.
No.
I tell you
don't
what.
know what they're doing. Waiting for Stephen Johnson to do something. They're talking.
They're trying to get it sorted out right now. Philip Van Vliet coming around here around Jamie Walker. There's a lot going on down there. Race control definitely going to have to extend this one. Make sure we get everybody in the correct position. I was going to interview somebody, Terry, but it looks like they got a lot of stuff going on. I really don't want to bother the drivers. You see them trying to catch up to the back of the pace car. Yeah, half the field had to get a wave around there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, one you could probably grab because he's already in his spot is Gibson, maybe.
Well, the lights are off. I'm waiting to see if
okay.
race control wants to throw him back on here. I feel like he should for this one. They're still pretty spread out here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Terry can hear race control, but sometimes he misses it. I cannot hear it, so it's kind of hard to tell. As we see, there we go. The pace car lights come back on. So race control is going to extend this yellow, get everybody in the proper spot, make sure everybody gets a fair start at this next restart. But Terry, that inside lane is going to be one long line of cars.
It absolutely is. I went down and talked to the Hammer. He says, yeah, we got to get this straightened out. I'm going to extend this thing. So, Sam, right now, he's telling everybody to do what race control. It comes up on your screen. It tells you what position to go to. He's saying, go ahead and go to that position. We'll figure it out, and I'll clear any kind of penalties that you might get.
And we've seen this happen before, right? I mean, this is kind of a thing with iRacing. It does get a little funky. You got half the field who has to get a wave around. It's going to do some things that are a little messed up. Everybody right now looks like they are in the correct position. However, for some reason, Terry, it's got Dustin Ping up here. He scored at 21st, one lap down, but showing up here in fourth. Same with Paul Ellison and these guys. This is a very interesting restart as the pace car's off. Cody Gibson, Philip Van Vliet into the restart zone, fires them off. We're back underway, and we got lane changing galore. One wrecking in the back. Caution flag immediately going to come back out.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a weird restart going on right there. Something happened in the back with the 46 of Fred Thompson. A lot of contact made. Zimmerman jumps out of line. Alex Harris out of line. So
man, got 3 or 4 cars damaged in that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be seeing some black flags dropping here, unless I don't know. That's kind of tough to say, but I mean, it looks like Fred Thompson. We know Fred will do this. He knows he's not the fastest driver on the track. He'll jump out of line to try and let people go, and it looked like other people decided to follow him. But roll here in Blazing Pedals. You know, Fred is allowed to jump out of line to lay off, but you're not allowed to jump out of line and gain position or change lanes on the restart there. I've seen a couple of drivers in the back do that.
Yeah, Hammer's still looking at things right now as I'm kind of listening in on him to see what he has to say about this. See who's getting penalties, who isn't, and all that good garb. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the 46 may have parked his car at the moment. He's still on pit road.
Well, while you go ahead and listen for race control there, Terry, I'm going to pull somebody up and talk to him now that we got a second.
Damn, boy.
So let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pull him up. Driver of the 89, Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman. Sam and Terry in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Sure do.
So, hey, man, caution's kind of flown. Kind of going your way right now. Put yourself up in second position. You're up 22 spots since the start of this race. What's the plan going forward?
Basically just fuel mileage, trying to save the right front a little bit. You know, that sucks that everybody got put a lap down like that, but hey, when you're lucky, I guess. So
I mean, man, you got that number 89 car in a good position right here. Do you think you're fast enough to take home that win tonight?
I am on the long run. We have a short run now, but on the long run, I'm pretty good towards the end of a fuel run. So.
All right, fella, well, let's get back down there. Good luck in the rest of the race. See you, buddy.
All right, thanks.
That was the driver of the number 89, Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman. in a good spot right now, sitting in second. The caution's kind of flown his way with strategy. I see some drivers on pit road right now. Mark Arthur, Steven Johnson. Maybe a little fuel strategy going on here, coming down to top off. Cody Gibson stays out on track. Still has Dustin Ping up here with the race leaders, though. That is just so awkward that it's doing that.
Well, Sam, he is handing out penalties. So the 21 of Brian Zimmerman was the cause of this caution. So Zimmerman will get an end of line.
So there you go.
And I'm waiting for the lane change penalties.
Yeah, I mean, we caught it. If he doesn't catch it, that's you know, it is what it is. But we saw it. We know, ladies and gentlemen, that you cannot change lanes for the start-finish line to advance your position here in Blazing Pedals. So we'll see what the Hammer decides to do, or if he even saw it.
Actually, Sam, I think I'm going to go down and talk to the Hammer real quick. Oh, yeah, here he comes with him. John Perkins, 33, black flag, changing lanes.
That's the only one?
I'm waiting. Alex Harris, 74, also changing lanes.
Yep. I think there was about 3 or 4 of them I've seen. Personally, I mean, I'm not race control. That's just my opinion on it, ladies and gentlemen. As always, we want to hear your opinion out in the chat, so feel free to comment. Thank you for tuning in, as always, here on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge. Make sure you go to savageedge.com, put your name on anything. Also, remember, we are live over on kick.com. Make sure to go follow us over there, truesimproductions, over on kick.com.
All right, Sam. So it was, oh, here comes another one. Yeah. Perkins and Harris.
So that would be the 33 and the 74.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Things just changed. John Perkins did not advance his position. So the penalty is being cleared for the 33 car.
All right, interesting turn of events. I mean, we'd have to go back and take a look at it, obviously. We got green flag back out in the air here on lap 77. Cody Gibson on a tear here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, still out leading the way, but someone who was fast in practice, that number 6 car of Derek Paulson, has now found his way up into the 2nd position. You still got Philip Van Vliet, though, the lone Dutchman back there, running in 3rd. Now, Terry, we just talked to him, said if this thing goes a long green flag run, he feels like he's got a shot. But if we keep getting these short green flag runs, he said he's probably going to go backwards.
That would be nice to see Van Vliet up there, at least finish in the top 3. We really don't get to see him up there that often. But right now, he's not really under pressure right now by Hamlin or Taylor Butcher Benjamin that are behind him.
How about Mike Hamlin? That's somebody we really haven't said a whole lot about this race. Number 28 up here in 4th, up 10 spots at the start of this race. Having a good run.
Yeah, Hamlin doing an awesome job. Again, even back behind Taylor Butcher Benjamin at Kobe Sutton in the 23. Not a bad run out of him. Jamie Walker finally makes it back up to 7th place after getting an end of the line penalty earlier. All kinds of stuff going on tonight.
Kind of trying to go through the field here to see where we got some side-by-side battles going on. How about Chris Carroll to the inside of Rick Thompson? That's something we really haven't done tonight, Terry. Let's go on board with Rick Thompson for a lap here while he battles Chris Carroll and bring him up on in-car. Oh, he's got the lead in full force tonight, Terry. Watch this.
Sam, you not done it too in that VR, buddy. Here he goes.
Look at that. Oh, that was just a slight lean right there. He had more of a lean going on in turns 1 and 2. Look at the 3-wide battle up ahead of him, though. Johnson and Seats make contact. You hear Thompson getting out of the throttle. He's going to get around Seats now as Mark Arthur right behind him looking to his inside.
I'm thinking that 12 car has maybe some fresh rubber underneath of him. You know, one guy I want to look at is that 3 car and watch him in that daggone motion sensor or that motion rig.
We can pull him up. We
Let's
actually
see what
have,
he does.
Yeah, we got him on camera here tonight. Maybe.
What, did you get mad and turn it off?
No, it's up. It's just technology. Let's see here. Yeah, we got Rick Thompson's working, but Josh and Corey's are not. So I'll try and get that fixed up, Terry.
Well, doggone. Oh, well.
It's not on their end. It's something on my end this week. Yeah, just not pulling it up.
Cody Gibson about ready to get challenged by that 6 of Derek Paulson up front.
We got Josh's working now. Can we get Corey's to pop up?
Daggone technology, buddy.
I'm trying. I really am. Hey, I see we got a follow over there on Kick. Thank you so much for that follow over there. It also says, digging the commentating, watching from the shadows. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just lost Corey Sherman's in-car camera, Terry. I don't know. Something going on with this new in-car camera system we got, ladies and gentlemen. It does work through my program, SDK. It can be a little finicky sometimes. Let's go back up to the front. Cody Gibson still leading. Derek Paulson runs second. We're on lap 85 of 220. Everybody pretty much hit on lap 74, 63 to 74, somewhere around there. There are guys out here that pit 10 laps later than everybody else. That caution kind of threw a wrench into everybody's strategy going forward here tonight. Still a long way to go in this one, though. Terry, what do you say? Quick commercial break?
Quick commercial break sounds good to me.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
All right, we are back. We're sitting here on Kobe suffering on that 23. Chris Carroll trying to get underneath him. The only reason I want to be on Kobe is I see Quentin out there talking. Quentin, there's where Kobe is. And what is going on with his question? Man, we don't know no more than you do. We're just showing you what we can show you, buddy. So I'll let you know where Kobe's sitting. He's sitting in 7th place right now behind Chris Carroll in the 99.
Right behind him is Mark Arthur. But
Yep.
Cody Gibson, Terry, still on a tear right now, lap 94 of 220. Remember, Cody and Derek, they both pit on lap 63 and 65. So they've been out there for about 30 some odd laps right now. Going to be seeing them come down pit road here shortly. But remember, we also have drivers out there like Chris Carroll, Mark Arthur, Chris Berg, who pit on lap 74.
Yeah, quite a few of them went back on 74. Yeah, everything's all messed up now. And Sam, I just happened to notice Brian Zimmerman, Dave Seats, both have loaded up their cars.
Same with the 46 of Fred Thompson. Looks like problems as well. Dalton Kira has heavy.
Fred Thompson's still in pits.
Yeah, but Dalton has heavy damage right now, Terry, and I think there was actually an incident that I don't think brought out the caution. We're going to go find out right here.
Dalton Kilroy was on the pits for 3 minutes. Wow.
That was interesting. Let's go see what happened again here. Going down to the corner, Dave Seats kind of just, I don't know, man. We'll do it one more time. So this happened
to Ellison.
Yeah, he just kind of turns in the corner, comes down into Ellison right there. And he put it 3 wide on the outside, came down, got Ellison, goes up into the outside wall. But then this is what happened to Kilrow. Looks like it looks like seats got heavy on the brakes right here, trying to get it saved, and Dalton just nowhere to go, gets into the back of him.
Dalton probably thinking he's going to stay up on the wall, because that's one thing we do preach here at Blazing Pedals. We try to make these guys stay up on that wall once you're in it. Don't be coming down back into traffic, because what just happened to 41. I mean, that sucks when that happens, man. You run in the back of somebody when they pull it off there.
See Quentin out in chat again, says the caution confusion had me going. That was interesting on that restart. I'm right there with you. It was very weird to see a lap down car starting basically in 4th position. But we all know how iRacing can be, especially once we get on these long green flag runs where we have a bunch of drivers come down pit road and then the caution flies. It gets a little wonky sometimes, but we got it all sorted out. Everybody's where they're supposed to be, including the number 89 of Philip Van Vliet, Terry. We talked to him the last caution, and he said he needed a green flag run to be good here. Hanging on to that 3rd spot right now on this long green flag run.
Yeah, Lone Dutchman's definitely getting that long run that he wanted. His last pit was on lap 68, so he's still got a few laps to go before he brings that 89 down pit lane to get some fuel and probably some tires, maybe.
He actually...
Cody Gibson in the pits.
Well, we always know he's one of the first ones, so he's not calling us liars here tonight for that. At least we were talking about it earlier. We thought maybe he might try a different strategy, but he also has been out there since lap 63, Terry, so he's gone... Good Lord, 37 laps.
Yeah, so I see Paulson coming down before much longer, and also Van Vliet, Hamlin, Benjamin.
Well, tires going on the number 7.
Yes, sir. Derek Paulson, now your new race leader.
He's got his teammate Dalton Kilrow right behind him. Dalton currently being scored in 31st. 8 laps down.
Derek right now just a little over 4 seconds in front of second place Van Vliet. Van Vliet just a little over 1.25 seconds over Mike Hamlin.
You see Cody Gibson worked his way around Van Vliet right there. So Gibson trying to get his lap back now.
Got to do it the hard way.
Oh, he's going to be able to do it the hard way, but it's not going to be all that hard because we know the leaders are going to have to pit here very shortly. We know Derek can only go a couple more laps more than Cody can, but the real question is when do we see drivers like Chris Carroll, Mark Arthur, Steven Johnson, those guys come down pit road as a last pit on lap 74?
Well, Tanner Marr just called out his pit stop in the 4 car.
Take a look at the 99 of Carroll. All over the back bumper, that number 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Mike Hamlin now up into 3rd. He's got a clean race car right now. Coming up on that True Sim Productions halfway point, Terry. What is that tonight? Lap 110?
Yes, sir. Yo, Sam, somebody I wanted to kind of give a shout out to, we really haven't said his name a whole bunch, is that 66 of Chris Berg. He's up there in the 10th spot, started 21st, up 11 spots at the start of the race, doing really good in that 66. Derek Paulson bringing it down pit lane.
Give 1 second here, Terry.
Van Vliet down pit lane. 28 of Hamlin down pit lane. Chris Carroll keeps it out on the track. And Chris Carroll now your race leader, with Mark Arthur trying to catch up to him.
Sorry, Terry. I was trying to get something squared away here on my end. You said it. Chris Carroll takes over the race lead, but he was also one of those drivers that came down on lap 74. And pretty much everybody up inside the top 10 right now, ladies and gentlemen, aside from Derek Paulson, who's in 9th, also pit on lap 74. So Chris Carroll, Mark Arthur, Steven Johnson, Samuel Lawson is back there in 4th. Corey Sherman trying to bounce back tonight. Chris Berg, Joshua Rutherford is looking to the inside of Berg right now for, that is the 6th position. Then you got Kyle Wildman Wellman. Kyle's missing a hood.
You don't need that hood.
Well, he's definitely going to have a cool motor, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Here comes Corey Sherman down pit road, Terry. Maybe trying to short pit these other guys who came down on lap 74. I mean, they are within their windows. You see Steven Johnson in that number 2. He's also on pit road.
Steven Johnson, I believe. Where is he at right now running?
Currently in 6th.
Yeah. The 3 fuel only out of that 3 car, Corey Sherman.
Carroll down pit road. He's got Alex Harris as well on pit road back there in 15th. Mark follows the number 99.
Is that going to give the governor the lead?
No, it actually hands it over to Joshua Rutherford.
Oh, Joshua, yeah.
Yeah, the governor brought it down pit road behind Mark. So Joshua Rutherford in the number 64, your new race leader.
And 5 bonus points for Joshua.
Got his in-car camera working at least.
Look at him just sitting there chilling.
Oh, I don't think he's chilling, Terry. He looks pretty concentrated.
Got that lean going on a little bit.
He probably has a broadcast up in the background. He knows we're talking about him.
You gotta blink, Josh. You gotta blink.
Yeah, you think we can get him to wave real quick while he's leading?
Joshua, wave. We don't care.
Yeah, come on now.
He's driving with one hand.
Yeah, you got 2 straightaways to do it.
Look at him.
Hey, he's playing the strategy right now, Terry. Here he comes down pit road. He's going to get them 5 bonus points for leading the lap. But,
absolutely.
They're coming to take lap 110. That's going to be Chris Berg. So he's got to go around one more time. Be able to take away this, or take home this True Sim Productions halfway point award.
Yeah, he should be able to do it, I would think.
Well, he's got Gibson behind him about 7.5 seconds right now. Unless he decides to keep it out one more lap. I don't know. Gibson might snag it.
Stay out, Chris. Stay out, Chris. Yeah, he's staying out. He should have already turned in right there.
Got, I'm just going to call you Beard over there on Kick. Says he's a hard leaner. Well, we got somebody else who's kind of a leaner, and that's Rick Thompson. We've seen him lean. He's in VR. He's got that natural lean going on. Chris Berg, Terry, he does stay out. So halfway award goes to number 66. Chris Berg out of Blackhawk Motorsports.
Now I think he's decided to stay out, got that award. Now he's bringing her down pit lane. That'll turn their lead back over to Cody Gibson.
Yep, and that pretty much ends that cycle of pit stops. So we're looking at pit cycle again here, and about, for Cody Gibson at least, Terry, he pit on lap 99. So honestly, another 15, maybe 20, 25 laps.
Yeah, about 15, 20 laps, correct, yes.
Still a long way to go in this one. Derek Paulson, though, Terry, hangs on to second. He's working his way around some lap traffic right now. 6.4 seconds off of the back bumper, that number 7. I'll tell you who wants to see a caution is Derek Paulson right now.
Yeah, that's funny. I was thinking just the same thing. Being back a little over 6 seconds, almost 7 seconds behind Cody Gibson. A caution right now would stack them all back up. Get everybody back down in pit lane. Top them cars back off. Get tires if you didn't get them last time. Who knows what could happen here?
Well, Derek actually pit on lap 104 and Chris Carroll pit on lap 107. Carroll is about 3.8 seconds behind Derek Paulson right now going into turns 3 and 4. He has Taylor Butcher Benjamin about a second behind him. And we talked to him under that one caution, the lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet. Wanted these long runs, man. That's what he wanted. Still hanging on to that top 5.
Yeah, Van Vliet stopped on 104. He took tires. And Cody Gibson, when he stopped on 99, he also took tires. So the top 2 out of the 5 in the top there has fresh tires. So it's going to be interesting to see what the 89 can do with them tires as he gets around Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
Back up in the 4th position, Philip Van Vliet came down pit road on lap 104. Also going for that TNA banner, Terry. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you head on over to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever Corey's streaming now. On Facebook, it's TNA Motorsports. On YouTube and Twitch, it'd be Savage Edge Gaming. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Shop Talk, where they discuss what you guys are going to talk about the last 2 races, I imagine, this week, right?
I think that's what they're going to do. I cannot be in there no longer because of my work schedule, but I believe they're going to talk about last weekend, this week's race, yes.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go subscribe to Savage Edge Gaming on YouTube. Follow them on Twitch. Check out TNA Motorsports Facebook page. Shop Talk tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where they discuss the race. And I'll tell you what, you're going to enjoy that little top 5 moment that Corey has going on now, that little segment in the show.
I hope he does the top 10 now. 5 from last week, 5
he's
from
going to
this
have
week.
at least 10. He's going to have to do the top 5 twice, though, I think. He'll have to do it for last week's race and then another top 5 for this week. So there's going to be 2 people getting number 1 this Monday.
Absolutely. Let's hope so, anyway. Just happened to see the driver of the 09, Jason Bauer, put his car up on the hauler, Sam.
Bauer having problems in this 09, made it 107, almost 108 laps here tonight at Gateway. So Chris Carroll came in and he had Mark Arthur right on his back bumper on pit road, Terry. If we compare pit road times, Carroll had a 32.02 total time on pit road compared to Mark's 39.40. So Mark lost about 4/10 on pit road, but that cost him about almost 4 positions on the racetrack, Terry, because he's now back in his 7th.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to gain that back up here lately. As I'm kind of watching the 89 and the 99. Van Vliet on the fresher tires in the 99. Trying to get around. Well, now they come up onto the, what is that, 20? Is that 27?
That's the 27 of Michael Miller, Terry.
Okay, I couldn't tell if that was a 7 or a 2.
Yeah, Phillips got this figured out here on the long run. Remember, that's what he wanted, so he's getting it here tonight, taking lap 119 of 220. He's going to make that pass look easy on Chris Carroll, put Philip Van Vliet back up inside the top 3.
So Chris Carroll actually told Philip Van Vliet, he says, show me your nose on the side of my car and I'll let you have it. So Carroll actually let Van Vliet have that pass.
You think Carroll might be trying to save a little bit of tire here in this long run? I mean, they took fuel only last time, Terry, so yeah, gonna be interesting to see what these drivers do. You said it, Philip Van Vliet took tires, same with Cody Gibson. Derek Paulson did not. Paulson now 9.5 seconds back off Cody Gibson. So there's a few different strategies being played out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And so far, Cody Gibson has it figured out, but caution could change things and anything can happen yet. Still 100 laps to go.
And Van Vliet is less than 3 seconds behind second place Derek Paulson. And Van Vliet with the fresher tires.
We bring up our True Sim Productions pit stop strategy, stint length. You see how many laps the drivers have done on their stints, not necessarily a set of tires, but how long they've been out on the racetrack every pit stop. See about 30. That was when the first caution came out, and then you see the varying strategies there. 33, 35, 36, 34, 34 for the top 5. And then once we hit our third pit stop, it really bounces around. A bunch of different stuff going on. You see Carol's little fuel only stop there in the middle. So everybody kind of trying something different here tonight at Gateway to take home a win.
Yeah, definitely different strategies out by them drivers you just showed there. But I think that's throughout the whole field, Sam. If you could pull the whole field up, that'd be interesting. Don't do that. Oh,
Derek Paulson.
Morosco, or not Morosco, Paulson. Wow, sideways off the turn.
He's got a little right front damage as well, Terry. Not sure where that came from. But yeah, definitely got loose coming off of turn number 2. Not much damage, just a little crinkle there on that right front fender, catching up to the wild man Kyle Wellman in that number 42.
That little slip about a Paulson actually gave the 89 of Van Fleet a less than a second behind him now. But Paulson is still well over 11 seconds behind Cody Gibson. That's a long way for these guys to go to catch up to that number 7 car.
Gibson's got one heck of a lead right now. He's absolutely putting on a tear here tonight. But remember, he did take tires the last pit stop, so is that going to hurt him the next time we have a set of green flag pit stops, which should be coming up here rather shortly?
Man, 43 of Bell, 42 of Wellman, slowing that 89 down tremendously.
Well, we heard it out of the 89 when we were talking to him. Got to be patient here tonight, and that's exactly what he's doing, trying to get around this lap traffic of the 43 of Bell and Wildman Wellman in that 42 car.
And that 89 looks really clean too, Sam.
He's being real consistent here, Terry.
Right now, he's got a 0X going into lap 125, 126.
Yeah, and thank you all for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Sunday night. We hope you all are enjoying tonight's coverage of the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge. And if you want a True Sim Productions t-shirt, go check out savageedge.com. Pick yourself up one. Help us out a ton. Helps Corey out a ton.
So, Sam, I'm sitting there looking at the incidents. Kobe Suppin in the 23. He has the most of the 12. I'm kind of looking at his car. I don't see a whole lot of damage on that thing.
Let's take a look at the number 23. No, I mean, it looks fairly clean. Could have got some of it fixed there under those couple of cautions. But 95 laps to go here at Gateway. He's running in 9th, still up inside the top 10. Almost gets the outside wall there coming off turn 2.
I suppose I better quit talking about it. He's going to get more.
See Cody Gibson working his way around Amanda Sherman coming off turn number 2. Amanda currently being scored in 27th. It looks like 2 laps down.
Van Fleet finally getting to the back of the 6 of the Paulson.
He's there, but you know what, Terry? I think he was trying to get a set of tires here, try and gain as much time as he could on that number 7 to maybe try and make that play out later in the race, but I don't think he did it quick enough. I think Cody still has a good enough lead that Cody really don't have a whole lot to worry about right now.
Derek Paulson actually going to make the 89 of Van Fleet use that car up a little bit to make him get around him. He's running a heck of a line around here. Kind of the same line that the Van Fleet wants to run. But he's just making sure he can't get around him at the moment. And Sam, right now, I see the 41 is going back up into the hauler.
So Dalton Kilrow deciding to put that car up on the hauler for the evening.
Van Fleet's got his nose up underneath the 6. going down the front stretch here and see what happens when he goes into 1 and 2. Gets around him, kind of slides back up. Good pass out of the 89. 89 now in second place behind Cody Gibson.
Well, Terry, we're getting ready to hit green flag pit stops once again, but I think it's time we go ahead and shout out those sponsors one more time. But this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go side by side so you don't miss a thing. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
All right, we're back live. 89, Philip Van Fleet has taken the lead while we was gone. Got around Chris, I'm sorry, I was say Chris Carroll, but that wasn't right. got around Cody Gibson as Cody actually pitted. And Sam, looks like we got Dalton Kilroy down in the infield care. If you pull him in, I'll talk to him. Dalton Kilroy, Sam and Terry up in the booth got us.
Yes, sir.
Well, Dalton, I see we caught you and Dave Seats in the 14 car as the 89 is pitting right now. What happened there, man?
Honestly, from what I could tell, it looked like Seats just had some contact with I don't know who, but it sent the 14 up the track, and nothing he really could have done. His car just bounced off the wall, and I didn't have anywhere to go. Plus, the caution before that had the guys wreck in front of me, and I got on the brakes, but still, car bounced off the wall. Couldn't do anything about it. Both those incidents poked a giant hole in the radiator, and the engine was about to pop. So I figured rather than just keep turning laps and staying out there, I'd rather not take the chance of bringing out a caution because everything looked like it was running pretty good.
Well, we caught the one, we actually had to go back and look at it when you got into the back of the car that come off the wall. I'm going to ask, did you see that happening first off and couldn't back off, or it just happened so fast you just had too much speed you couldn't do nothing with it?
Are we talking about the 14? Or
whoever bounced off the wall and you got into the back of them?
Well, I got in the back of two cars, but the 14 was the one, the last one. So I had already kind of committed to the corner, and by that point I couldn't. I mean, I was on the brakes still, but it just wouldn't slow down anymore. So not really much I could do there, unfortunately.
Well, sorry you ended your night like this, man. I happened to see you put the car on the hauler there, but hey, good news, Dalton. Next week, buddy, we head to Las Vegas. You knew who won there last season?
Did I?
You actually did. Dalton Kilroy won Las Vegas last season, so things might be looking up for you, brother.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can get myself out of this slump I've been in for however many months.
I'd have to go back and look, but I ain't going to do that right now. I have a race to call, so. Well, buddy, we'll see you in Vegas next week. How's that?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Thanks, bud.
Driver the number 41, Dalton Kilroy in the infield care center. Glad to hear he's all right. You heard him, Terry. Engine was going to let go on him. They wanted to salvage that engine, save it for another race. Smart move, I think, especially if you're running out there, your temps are overheating. You heard him. Got into the back of a couple of cars here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, with the setups that they use here in this series, that's going to make the engine run super, super hot. So you really got to protect the front end of your race car.
Yeah, I mean, if he wouldn't have pitted, he may have blown up the car. He would have been in there anyway. So bad night from the 41 car. And Sam, I just happened to see the hauler of the number 4 car, Tanner Marr, look like they're shutting up the back of that door after they put that car on the trailer.
That's a shame to see that number 4 leaving the racetrack so soon.
Yeah, it is. Who we got leading this thing? Chris Bergen at 66. Chris Berg, again, now we talked about him a little bit ago, doing an awesome job out there. But his last pit was at 111. We're at 142. Chris has got to start thinking about bringing that 66 down pit lane.
I'm kind of looking through timing and scoring here, Terry. Trying to get a grasp on what some of these guys might be trying to do strategy-wise. As you said, Chris Berg leading the way. He last pit on lap 111. We got 78 laps to go here at Gateway. Let's see here. Looks like, I mean, you got Joshua Rutherford up there, last pit on lap 109. He's in third, but Cody Gibson is right in front of him there. He last pit on lap 131. I don't know, man. I mean, some of these guys went about 10 laps later than some of these race leaders. You see Corey Sherman coming with fresh tires, trying to unlap himself back there in 17th. There's just so many different strategies going on right now, Terry. I can't keep up.
Yeah, there's just way too much going on this track tonight. But I was looking at the times, actually. So Chris Berg's going to have to pit. We know that. He's going to have to come soon. Cody Gibson, Cody Gibson's only a second behind Chris Berg right now and gaining. Then right behind him is Joshua Rutherford, which is 6 seconds behind Gibson. Then we got Paulson which is only a little over a second behind Rutherford. So, I mean, a lot of stuff going on here.
It really is. I mean, Paulson last pit on lap 137, so he's good to go at least till the next round of green flag pit stops. And again, we've seen these guys do about 35, closer to 40 if you're pushing it, laps on a tank of fuel. So, I mean, you got a little under 80 laps to go. Even if you could do 40 and 40, you still got another pit stop left to go, maybe two.
Oh, definitely. And watching Carroll right now. Oh, trying to squeeze between the wall and the 6 of Paulson. Wow.
And Paulson's not giving it up easy, man. They're going to make contact again right there. Carroll trying to stay down on that quarter panel.
Now, who's liking seeing that is that 89 of Van Fleet. He's actually gained on him a little bit after that little bit of a race right there between those two.
Well, Phillip actually took tires last time as well. The only driver who didn't this go around, Terry, was the driver in second, Cody Gibson. Fuel only on lap 131.
That tells me Gibson's got another set of tires in the pit, maybe for this last run.
It's crazy how he's able to stay up here right now. I mean, he did have a really big lead when he came down pit road, but I mean, that lead's really not shrinking as fast as I thought it would be with all them other guys behind him on fresh tires, as he's even catching Chris Berg in the 66 right now.
Yeah, Berg last pitted on 111 with fresh tires. That's wild that he's actually able. So that tells me Berg probably burnt up his stuff, and Berg's coming down right now.
So that's going to hand the lead back over to Cody Gibson. Almost a little contact there between him and the 74 of Alex Harris. Harris is the last car on the lead lap. Going to see him putting up a fight right here to stay on the lead lap, rightfully so, just in case a caution comes out. He's doing a good job of it right now. Cody Gibson slams it down into 1 and 2. What a run on the back bumper of that 74. Looks like he might be able to get him here. They both wiggle coming off turn 2.
Alex Harris, in that black 74 monster car. As Gibson gets around him, that'll make Harris the first car lap down.
Last car in the lead lap right now is the number 3 of Corey Sherman back there in 14th.
Cody gets him with a little bit of electric issues right there.
Well, Carroll is commentary. He's closed that gap about 3 seconds since we were watching Cody try to get around the 74 car there. Carroll working his way through traffic. Paulson losing some time to Carroll.
Carroll's got about 4 lap cards he's going to have to work with to try to get around to catch up to Gibson in this short time. In this 5 seconds that he's behind Gibson.
He's got 71 laps to do it here, and at least I'd say 2 more pit stops for these guys.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm just saying that Carroll right now has got 4 lap cars in between him and that 7 car, and it's still a long way to go in this race. 70 laps, yes. For all you Mark Arthur fans out there, Mark is actually running in 5th right now. Not really anybody around him, about 2 seconds behind Phillip Van Fleet, and about almost 2 seconds in front of Ted Benjamin. Mark Arthur running in your 5th place.
I'll tell you what, Terry, Cody Gibson, he's leading right now. He's only got a 4-second gap over Chris Carroll. I kind of want to go on board here with Carroll for a couple of laps and just kind of listen and hear what he's doing to try and run down this 6 car or this 7 car. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of laps here around Worldwide Technology Raceway, also known as Gateway, with the 99 of Chris Carroll trying to run down Cody Gibson for that race lead. Still got a couple more pit stops left to go and 67 laps here at Gateway. Can Cody hold off Carroll, take home a win here tonight?
Cody Gibson's still the fastest car on track today with a 34.285, Sam. Nobody has been able to beat that time.
Working his way around the 81 of Ping. Carroll now has 2 lap cars in between him and Cody Gibson. Remember that Gibson last pit on lap 131. So been out there for a little over 20 laps. About another 10 or so. We're going to be seeing the 7 bring it down pit side, but not going to be enough to make it to the end of the race.
So one of his long run is what Van Fleet was talking about earlier. This is going to start helping him soon.
Currently at 5th. He's trying to run down Mark Arthur. Mark Arthur's sitting in 4th, having a good run right now. Last pit on lap 139. He's trying to work his way around Alex Harris, and he's got Casey Campbell up there as well. A couple of lap cars.
Watching Van Fleet's time, according to with Mark's time, he actually runs up to him about a second, then drops back about a second and a quarter.
Tell you what, these drivers are putting on a good race here tonight. We've only had 3 cautions here tonight at Gateway, ladies and gentlemen, and for 220 laps, that is pretty impressive. Everybody in a good rhythm right here. Remember, Philip Van Fleet said he wanted a long run. He is for sure getting it right now in top 5. He has Taylor Butcher Benjamin right behind him in 6th. Mike Hamlin runs 7th right now with Samuel Lawson right behind him in 8th.
Right now, 89 trying to get around Alex Harris. Really trying to work on this lap traffic to catch up to Mark Arthur.
Go take a look at Jamie Walker. Jamie's had kind of an up and down night, Terry, to say the least, for that number 88. Currently in the 12th position.
Yeah, we've seen Jamie back in 30th. Ran his way all the way up to the front. Then when he wanted to pit, he got down a pit lane, or the entrance for pit lane, and just got her sideways. Brought out a caution and had to go back to the end of the line after getting that first place. It's just been a rough night for that 88.
As we were talking about him, battle for the race lead and new race leader. Number 99 of Chris Carroll gets his way around Cody Gibson. And we kind of expected to see that, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Carroll is on the fresher set of tires. You see him starting to put the gap between him and Cody Gibson right now. But does Carroll have to double stint in another set of tires? Or is he good to take him the rest of the way?
Yeah, I wish I could keep track of everybody's tires. I guess I could, but I got other things to do.
Hey, there you go. Anybody watching this out there? There's tons of programs out there. Not one of them tracks the drivers who have taken their tires. There's your $1 million idea right there. I'll take 10%. I mean, that is true, right? I mean, you'd think SDK would have a tire counter in it by now.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, they got everything else in that thing.
For real. So SDK, if you're watching, there you go. Caution flag on the speedway. Well, that changes everything.
It sure does. It looks like the 74 to 23 may have gotten into that.
Whoa. 74
Yeah, wow.
made heavy contact with the 20. I think he misjudged that corner, Terry.
Man, I guess if your brakes don't work, you use the guy in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. He makes.
Wow.
Kobe Sudfin coming in. I mean, Harris just trying to get going. I don't know how you don't see that one. We're gonna look at it from chopper view here. I mean, see Rick Thompson had to avoid it. Might not have seen it because of Rick Thompson in front of him, but yeah, Kobe gets some heavy front end damage there. He was having a good run there in 10th. Harris probably gonna be given the EOL on that one, I'd say, Terry.
Yeah, probably so. If that 23 continues this race without blowing the motor, I would be really surprised.
Yeah, he made some pretty heavy contact with the front end of his race car on the back end of that 74. And as we mentioned earlier, that is not what you want.
Leaders coming down. Carroll, Gibson.
Oh, busy pit road here.
Arthur, Van Vliet.
This is going to be one busy pit road, even though the top 8 are only come in.
Right.
But, I mean, a lot of drivers are a lap down right now, ladies and gentlemen. So is this it, Terry? Is this where everybody kind of loses their mind?
Yeah, they're about ready to do that.
I mean, you got a caution. Everybody's pretty much now back on the same strategy. It's go time here. Lap 164 of 220. You only got 57 laps to go. I'd say, yeah, it's time to get that track position. It's time to go.
And Sam, I believe all 5-6 cars that come down first, the leaders, they all took tires. All but Van Vliet.
All but Van Vliet, yeah. I was just going to say that. I was looking at his timing there on pit road. 8.42 second pit stop. That is a pretty heavy indicator. Fuel only for the number 89, so going to have to watch for that wheel spin here on this restart as well, Terry.
He absolutely is. Now, Harris is the one that got involved with this, the 74 car. He had to go to the end of the line, but instead he ran his car behind the wall and took it to the truck.
What's showing me right now, Chris Berg being the race leader.
Yeah, I see that too. Now, well, that's what iRacing says too, is Chris Berg. Berg, Van Vliet, Carroll, Gibson, Paulson. That's your top 5.
Couple of drivers there waiting for that wave around. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Dustin Ping's going to be able to get it, but Joshua Rutherford, Corey Rutherford, Mike Massengill, Ty Morosco all going to be able to get the wave around here. Ty Morosco, Terry, whatever happened to him? He had that little issue there with Mark on pit road, but he was running up front there at the beginning and now has to fight to get his lap back here.
Sam, you said something about Massengill. Massengill may not be able to get a wave around because he was involved in that incident. I'm not sure how iRacing is going to let him do that.
Well, we're talking about wave arounds, not the lucky dog, Terry.
Oh, yep, my bad. I get him mixed up.
Wave around cars are going to go around the pace car.
Looks like about 6-7 cars. So Sam had got the wave around.
So again, big shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube here on True Sim Productions. I see 20 of you out there. Thank you very much for making us a part of your Sunday evening. We hope you all have a great start to your week tomorrow.
Kobe, we see you out there in chat, man. If you're still in the team speak, jump up there into the infield care center. We'll pull you in and talk to you.
He's still out on track, Terry.
Oh, well, he's in there texting in the daggone chat.
Well, he was on pit road for about a minute, so must have got it just in time there. But Chris Berg did not come down pit road, Terry. He is your race leader. Going to be able to fire him off here in the restart zone. He's got Phillip Van Vliet to his outside. Fuel only for the 89. Fresh tires behind him. Green flag back out in the air here. What do you got?
I think that was a bad move out of Van Vliet sitting back like that.
Yeah, but he also knows he's on older tires. He's going to get ate up here. You see Berg trying to fight hard on the outside right now with Carroll. As we
Three
head back,
wide, Sam, behind him.
Let's go back to that camera angle. Check it out. Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
But they straightened it out.
They did.
He's 89. Yeah, the 89, 10, and 7. That's three wide.
Still, though, we're going to be seeing some hard racing here, Terry. A little over 50 laps to go. Everybody on fresh tires except for a couple of drivers. Everybody wants a win here bad in this series.
Oh, Sam, Kobe Sutphin, incident point limit.
Has to take a drive through.
Yes, sir. He's actually doing that right now.
Chris Carroll back out to the race lead. Derek Paulson back up to second. Cody Gibson falls to third here. Lap 169 of 220 here at Gateway.
Sam, look who's back here in fourth place. Somebody we haven't really talked about, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, in that 10. Finally showing up the race tonight.
Ooh, big time sideways off the corner was the 2 of Steven Johnson, trying to get a run on the 12 of Mark Arthur for that top 5 position. Not able to get there, though. Mark misses the entry of the corner, though. Now Johnson, big run to the back bumper of the number 12.
Steven Johnson taking him a little bit of time to get up here to the front like this. Glad to see that 2 up there. Mike Hamlin coming into the U up here in the top 10, running 7th. Oh, Steven Johnson looking underneath Mark Arthur. Cannot put his nose in there.
He's had a couple of good runs here, showing the nose down the front stretch, letting him know he's there.
Johnson backs off early right there. Try to get a run on that 12 car.
Back up front. Kobe Sutphin back out on the racetrack after having to serve that drive-through penalty. Carroll gets around him. He's letting the leaders go by. Paulson now about 0.6 of a second off the back bumper of that 99. So here's the thing, Terry. You're going to have to pit one more time.
Absolutely.
When do you do it? Do you do it right when you know you can make it the rest of the way, or do you wait a couple extra laps? These drivers can go, you know, a little bit longer than splitting this in half, pretty much is what I'm getting at.
If I have tires, I may wait till the end to take it when I need it. If not, I might just take enough to finish the race.
Paulson losing a spot here to Cody Gibson. Maybe saying, hey, I don't have enough to go get that 99. You go try it. So you see, look at the gap Cody's put on Derek already just after one corner. I mean, it's not much. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it's 2/10 on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of time.
Absolutely is.
Mark Arthur has to work his way around the lap car of Kobe Sutphin here. Looks to the inside going into 3 and 4. Sutphin to give him plenty of room. Mark misses his entry once again. That's the second time we've seen him do that here.
Or does he not want Johnson to get around him?
I don't know. It looks like he just might be missing that corner. He's pulling the car down the racetrack a little too early there in 3 and 4, I think is what the problem is. But we were hearing it from a lot of drivers, mixed responses on this setup here tonight, Terry, with it being loose, with it being tight. Maybe Mark is feeling it on the loose side. Maybe has a lot of rear brake bias into it too, which is getting the rear end upset on entry in the corner. That could be the case as well.
Mike Hamlin now is actually challenging Johnson.
Looking to the inside in 1 and 2, not able to get there. Johnson with a run through the center of the corner. Going to be able to hold on to 6th position for now, but the 28 does look fast.
And that 12 was just fast on a straightaway.
Only the straightaways, Terry? That's where all of his speed's coming from?
Yeah.
Well,
you said it yourself. He's not hitting his corners.
Well, the entry, you still got the middle and the exit to work with.
Yeah, but he's still fast on the front straightaways.
That's the front straightaway?
Or the back one. I don't know. Shut up. He's still got a long way to go to get up there, though, doesn't he?
He got 45 laps to go and one more pit stop. But Carroll now out to a 1.7 second lead. He is pretty much 0.2 faster than everybody right now.
Mark makes it back up to Sutphin. And I know with the lap traffic in front of me, it's like, come on, man, let me around.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you're like, come on, let me by, but at the same time, you don't want to say, let me by, right? Like, he has every right to be out on the racetrack like anybody else, but in the back of your head, you're like, come on, man, let me go.
Yeah, I'll let you go. Go ahead and say that and see what happens.
See Taylor Butcher Benjamin. He's actually under fire from the 23. He's working his way around Taylor Butcher Benjamin. On the outside, no less.
And the 23 at Sutphin is actually 3 laps down. He's racing like he's trying to win this thing.
I mean, I tell you what, he only has Derek Paulson, Cody Gibson in front of him before he gets to the race leader, Chris Carroll. Trying to get one of those laps back the hard way, man, has every right to do it.
He still has plenty of time as Mark Arthur actually works around the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Taylor Butcher Benjamin shuts the door.
So Paulson now under fire from Sutphin. See what Paulson does here, if he's going to let him go. No, Sutphin's going to duck back in line. Sutphin goes to the high side now.
Wow.
Trying to get around Derek Paulson. I know what Derek's thinking. Dude, what are you doing? But, hey, Derek, he's a little bit quicker than you right now trying to get a lap back. That's what he's doing.
And, Sutphin doesn't want to touch him. I mean, he is 3 laps down.
He's doing a good job, man.
He is.
Trying to get to that left rear quarter panel, Terry. Maybe loosen up that 6 car, try to get around him. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, has every right to do this. There's still 41 laps to go. He can get those 3 laps back in 41 laps. So I see no issue with it.
No. Nice clean racing. That was something right there.
See, them battling allowed Mark Arthur now to catch the back bumper of Derek Paulson. Ooh, get a little tight there coming off turn 4. Trying to get a run on that 6 cars. Battle for your 3rd position right here. Mark Arthur in the 12. Derek Paulson in the 6.
Mark a little faster on exit.
Well, we know Derek's not going to race him, or Derek's going to try and race him here, Terry. At least I thought he was going to. They have a little history from last week. Remember, Mark made contact with Derek Paulson. Don't care who you are. That was Mark's fault last week, Mark. But yeah,
no matter who did it.
Yeah, no matter who did it, it was Mark's fault. Mark from Maryland here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Running in 3rd. But they do have history from Rockingham last week. Was it Rockingham last week?
Absolutely. No, last week it was Chicago.
That's right, Chicago. Well, they have history from Rockingham. I got Rockingham on the brain. I love that track. As we see Lori and Connie out in chat saying, go Mark.
Okay, the Butcher Benjamin trying to work his way around the 20 of Massengill.
He's got Steven Johnson right behind him. Chris Carroll out to a 2-second lead over Cody Gibson. We got 38 laps to go. We're getting in that window here, Terry.
Yeah, I think once, oh man, all these, well, the top 11 are almost in that window.
Saying 35 laps to go, we're going to be seeing guys come down pit road on the nose. I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see Cody Gibson come down with about 35, 34 laps to go.
It's going to be interesting who still has tires left. And I think Van Fleet's one of them, and I wouldn't doubt too much if Gibson isn't one of them. Carroll's probably pretty good at tire management too, so he may have an extra set in his pits also.
See, this is why we need our programs to be able to tell us.
Absolutely.
So if you're watching out there, ladies and gentlemen, and you're a programmer, again, $1 million idea for you. I'll take 10%.
Man, I mean, I could write everybody's name down and just do a checklist every time.
Oh, that would take forever.
It would. I wouldn't get this job done.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to keep up with 34 drivers as well.
No, not at all. And I thought at one time our counterparts of Chris Legoo and Rick Hammond actually had that at one time, but I'd have to ask him to find out.
I mean, we could do it. I could make a little spreadsheet thing to where we could just make, you know, 4 sets, right? So you have 4 columns and just put an X, because you can look at timing and scoring and see the pit stops, see how long they were. You know, you might be able to pull it off, but that'd be a lot of work there, especially for the broadcasters to keep track of. I wish we just kind of had one of our programs to be able to do that.
Absolutely. And what would happen, one of us would be asking the other a question and we give the wrong answer because we're trying to do check marks.
Exactly. $35 laps to go here, Terry. Now 34. Everybody's still out on the racetrack. They're in that fuel window, though, to make it the rest of the way. Now, I said it, 34 laps to go. We're going to see Cody Gibson come down pit road. I'm going to keep a camera on him this lap just to see if I'm right or not.
Yeah, I'll stay on him, too, just see what he does.
Well, he's going to keep it out on the racetrack and call me a liar.
Maybe he's counting differently.
Possibly. I'm just thinking we're going to see somebody try. I mean, you got to try and short pit right now. The green flag run, it's really your best bet to try and gain some time on the racetrack as a short pit the guys in front of you. So Mark Arthur's got a short pit Cody. Cody's got a short pit Chris. Chris just got to kind of figure out when he's coming down pit road and keep an eye on second and third if they come down before him.
Now, one thing we do know, Cody Gibson, Mark Arthur are in the same team speak together. So they could be talking about this.
Maybe working together.
Absolutely.
Well, all 3 of them keep it out on the racetrack one more time. So the other option they have, ladies and gentlemen, if they're not going to come down as soon as they can make it on fuel, is they're going to try and run this tank out as long as they can before they come get those tires, so they have the freshest set of tires for the end of the race.
Maybe run it out as far as they can and hope for a late race caution. Everybody comes down and gets fuel and tires.
Now, that would be something I would see maybe Philip Van Vliet, Jamie Walker, Samuel Lawson, those guys back there in 12th, 13th, 14th. I could see them doing something like that here on this last set of pit stops. USA Firearms out in chat saying leaders will start pitting around 32 laps to go at the earliest, is his assumption.
Is that our friend Brian Zimmerman, ain't it?
It is Brian Zimmerman.
Zimmy, hate to see you get out tonight, bud.
$30 laps to go. Nobody has come down pit road yet. Carroll running a little bit different of a line there through 1 and 2 than we've seen everybody run all night long. Making it work.
So I don't think we're going to see here comes Gibson.
Well, we knew Gibson would be one of the first ones down pit road.
Really surprised the 12 of Arthur didn't come down with him.
Oh, you're racing for a win here, Terry. I mean, they may be in the same team speak together, might be working together, but when it comes to a win, you're going to keep some of the strategy to yourself.
Yeah, again, Mark Arthur won this race last season here.
He's in a good position to do it now. However, Chris Carroll, 2-second lead over the 12 of Mark Arthur right now. Cody Gibson, Steven Johnson on pit road. First two drivers here to come down pit road, get 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel, and run this race out to the end. Mark Arthur, Chris Carroll still stay out on the racetrack. 28 to go.
All right, Gibson down off the jack, on his way back out to the track.
Slow pit stop though, Terry. 15.22. I think his pit crew might have had something going on there with that left rear tire. A little slow of a stop for the number 7.
Gibson's going to have to push that 7 for all it's worth now.
Contact between him and the 23.
Whoa!
Almost
wow,
contact
yeah.
again. Manages to keep that 0x, but does the 7 now have damage? Rick Thompson on pit road. We saw Derek Paulson bring the 6 down. But Chris Carroll and Mark Arthur still out on the track. Mark has closed that gap to about 1.5 seconds here.
And Mark's actually got lap traffic in between him and Carroll he's got to have to worry about.
1.4 seconds now as they come off turn 4. Last time by, Mark was 0.2 faster than the 99 of Carroll. We might have a good race here coming to the end, Terry.
What do you think? Carroll's going to try to push it to the end of this race without something getting fuel like he did last week?
Nah, I don't. He can't make it. There's absolutely no way he can make it. Bringing it down pit side, Terry. Mark gonna stay out one more lap. Not sure if I like that call.
This might be the first lap Mark has led tonight, too.
Well, we've seen it happen a couple of times in the past. Chris Carroll hard on the brakes coming down pit road. Where Mark would normally probably follow the race leader down pit road. Maybe he's thinking if he stays out one more lap, he'll have that just 1 lap better advantage for the last 24 laps here. See if he comes down pit road this time by.
He's got Bell running with him. He actually told Bell that he's trying to pit, so get Bell out of the way as Cody Gibson gets around him. Chris Carroll still on pit lane. Left's going on as we speak.
Mark Arthur hits pit road.
Carroll is down and away as Mark Arthur is bringing it down pit lane.
So that will hand the race lead over to Philip Van Fleet, the lone Dutchman. Now remember, Terry, I said it, a few of those drivers near the back on the lead lap, about 13th, 14th around there. That's where Philip was. Might try and stay out in case of a caution. Right now, I think that's what he's trying to do.
Which isn't a bad move. That Mark Arthur actually getting 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel, down and away. Here comes the 12 back out the track.
Mark was also, I'm trying to compare lap times here, a little slower than Chris Carroll on the pit stop.
Now we've seen Carroll come down pit lane. He was actually hard on the brakes in that thing to slide. So Mark may have been going a little slower as he entered the pit lane.
Yeah, so I'm trying to compare times here. Mark was about half a second slower on pit road overall compared to that number 99. You see Steven Johnson was able to jump Chris Carroll in the pits. Same with Cody Gibson. So we know those two guys can make it the rest of the way here. Philip Van Fleet still out on the racetrack, 5.5 seconds ahead of Cody Gibson right now.
Van Fleet probably wanted that late race caution now. Oh, here he comes down pit lane, Sam.
Yeah, he wasn't going to keep it out there too much longer, Terry. I mean, he was one of those drivers there when we had that caution. He came down pit road, but it was a fuel-only stop for the number 89. So those tires are definitely hurting for Philip Van Vliet. Going to get 4 fresh ones, see if he can get a good finish here tonight. That'll hand the race lead back over to Cody Gibson. So we got 22 laps to go here at Gateway.
22 laps, and Carroll less than a second behind Gibson. This is going to be a battle to the end of this race.
It's about 8/10 off. Oh!
Whoa, what happened there?
Yeah, Gibson and Rutherford made a little bit of contact there. Here comes Carroll with a good run.
Rutherford still hitting the wall.
Side by side for the race lead as we head down into turns 1 and 2. Gibson to the top side of the racetrack. Carroll to the bottom. Carroll going to set up in front of Gibson and take back over the race lead. Yellow flag out on the speedway.
Wow. And Van Fleet is probably kicking himself in the butt.
Yeah, well, then again, he is going to have the freshest set of tires out of everybody, though, Terry. This could be good for him. He's also in the lucky dog position.
And Sam, this caution brought out by Corey Sherman and Rick Thompson, I believe.
Going down to the corner, yeah, Corey Sherman locks up that left front tire, gets in the left rear of Rick Thompson, and sends the 76 around.
Ooh, Paul Ellison barely gets around the 76.
We go down in the corner here. You see the left front lock up on the number 3 right there. Tries to stay out of the 76. Unfortunately, going to send him around. So I think we know who that one's going to be on, Terry.
Yeah, I think so too.
But, so that being said, now we got a caution with 20 laps to go. Now what do? Do you have a set of tires laying in there? Nobody coming down pit road just yet. I think everybody's kind of burnt their tires tonight, Terry. It's going to come down to a shootout here at the end.
Yeah, I think everybody's on their last set of tires as we speak. So, I mean, there might be 1 or 2 guys in there, maybe mid-pack. That's the only thing I can think of.
So this looks like it is our, I believe, 4th caution of the evening, if I'm counting correctly.
Well, it'd be nice if we had a way to score that too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And that, Sam, we was both right on that caution there, what it was brought out for. We both seen it. It was on Corey Sherman. He is going to the end of the line.
What do you do here?
I think they're just going to race this thing out for the next, 18, 17 laps.
I'm thinking you're right there, Terry, only because I genuinely think, I don't think anybody's got any tires left. The only person right now I think who's in a good position is that 89 of Philip Van Vliet.
Van Fleet, the last car on the lead lap at the moment.
He's got 4 to 5 fresher tires, or 4 to 5 lap fresher tires than anybody else right now on the lead lap, currently in 12th.
So we're going to have to pay attention to that 89, see if he can work his way up there. Cody Gibson, all kinds of electrical problems.
He's been dealing with that all night long. However, that 7 car has been fast. Lost the lead there under that cycle of pit stops. After a little contact between him and the 23, it allowed Carroll to get around him. Now finds himself in 2nd position here with the caution flag out. Going to re-rack him, restack him, fire him off one more time here at Gateway. Going to be a shootout to the end, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready for it.
Zimmy, thanks for that, man. We try to do our best at each and every week up here for you guys.
Absolutely. If you guys are enjoying tonight's coverage of the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Shortly, or we're getting close to 500 subscribers, Terry. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost to our 1-year anniversary here for True Sim Productions. The channel was created last year, July 31st. So Our 1-year anniversary is coming up, and we want to greatly thank everybody for sticking it out with us and anybody who's supported us along the way. Greatly appreciate your support.
If you want to make us a cake, we'll tell you where to send it to.
But you ain't getting all of it.
I said, well, make 2 cakes.
You'd have to make 3 because Tanner needs 1.
Oh, yeah, Tanner, I keep forgetting about him. But yeah, okay, we need 3 cakes.
Yeah, 3 cakes.
I like chocolate.
Well, you know, I'm not too picky when it comes to cake. I am a fat kid, so I'll take cake anytime
Same here.
I'll take cake anytime I can get it, man.
Hell, I'll take a cupcake. I don't care as long as it's chocolate.
Lights are off on the pace car. Here we go, Terry.
All right, so we got Chris Carroll as the lead on the inside. Cody Gibson on the outside of the 7. Behind Carroll, we have Steven Johnson on his outside. We have Mark Arthur. Behind Johnson, we got Paulson, Derek Paulson, teammate Taylor Butcher Benjamin on his outside. That is your top 6. Look back here in the 8th place. There is the 33 of Perkins back up front.
Pace car's going to pull on down pit road. Field in the hands of Chris Carroll in the restart zone. Green flag is back out in the air. Good launch for the 99.
Johnson almost pushed to 99. Johnson up in front of the 7 of Gibson.
Wow, clears him too, barely, but got him. Mark Arthur trying to make a run here on the high side.
Carroll had an awesome launch off of that, man.
Yeah, he really did. Able to get out to a 6/10 lead off of that restart. Absolutely insane right there. Mark Arthur now looking underneath Cody Gibson. Everybody's going to be racing harder than they have all night long with 16, now 15 laps to go.
Caution on the track.
Just said it. We just said it.
Looks like it might be Ty Morosco, Corey Sherman, Larry Bell, Dustin Ping. Wow, Kyle Wellman.
Ty Morosco pushes tight. Ooh, Wellman, yeah, big hit on the inside wall there. Let me see if I can't get a better replay of this for you, ladies and gentlemen. The Ty makes contact with the 81 right there. Goes around. I do apologize bouncing around like this, ladies and gentlemen. Want to get you the best angle I can here. There's the contact between Ty and the 81. And Wellman coming in, trying to avoid it. Loses control, gets the inside wall just a little bit there. We're back under caution here with 14 laps to go.
Oh, that was a quick one out of the hammer. He gave that to Tanner Marr in that number 1 car.
Ty Morosco.
Yeah, Ty Morosco in the number 1 car. My bad. I see MAR. So
how many weeks you been doing this, Terry?
And you think once I seen the number 1, I knew it was Ty. I think it's about time for Ty to start running that DQ car again.
It might be.
Michael Falk, take care of that way.
Well, he hasn't gotten DQ'd in a while, so.
Yeah, right. Andy Polisky, lucky dog, about ready to come around these guys. There he goes.
Rick Thompson bringing the 76 machine down pit road. One of the only drivers here to do that this go around.
Rick Thompson right now showing the last car in the lead lap. Does he have a set of tires in there?
He might.
I'm going to watch him.
12.1 second pit stop for Rick Thompson. I don't know. Maybe trying to get a little damage fixed on that 76. Little crinkle on the right side of that car. Left rear quarter panel also got some damage to it.
So through all that melee stuff, Mark Arthur was able to get up to 3rd place around Cody Gibson. Chris Carroll still our leader. Stephen T. Johnson in that number 2 Lowe's car in 2nd place. Again, Mark Arthur in 3rd. Cody Gibson in the 4th spot, and around our top 5 is Derek Paulson in the 6th.
I tell you who got a really good restart last time was that 2-car Steven Johnson, but now he's going to have to start on the outside of Chris Carroll. Is that going to be a disadvantage to him?
Ooh, it very well could be. I just seen a message. Chris Berg in the 66. His headset has died.
Ah.
Yeah, that's not going to be good. Chris Berg is actually sitting in 11th place. So, man, driving around the track not hearing nothing, that's not good.
Oh, audio headset. I'm thinking anytime you say headset, I'm thinking VR.
Oh, no. He said, my headset just died.
How's he talking? Oh, you said he typed. That's right. All right, Sam, that's your one for the night. Anyway, yeah, if he's running around here with no audio, that's pretty impressive, because you really need to hear that car and what it's doing. A lot of these drivers, ladies and gentlemen, they'll either pick points on the racetrack to where they're lifting, or they'll use the sound of the engine to know when they have to lift to get out of it for the corner. So Chris Berg sitting in 11th, racing with no audio.
Look back here, the governor back in 12th. Sam Lawson in that 24 car. Good run tonight out of him.
Right now for the TNA banner, Phillip Van Vliet, 14th.
Yeah, Corey Sherman, unfortunately, been just getting messed up in some stuff tonight. Amanda Sherman, where is she at the moment?
23rd, 4 laps down.
There you go.
3 laps out, I think.
Yeah, I'm showing 4 on iRacing.
She is 4 laps down. Well, I talked to her at the beginning, beginning of practice there before the race there, and she was saying she was going to avoid everyone. Like I said, careful shifting and shoot for a top 10. Not a bad goal to have. Currently running in 23rd.
Amanda Sherman right now with a 4X, Sam.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you do get 10 bonus points if you can finish the race with a 0X or no incident points, and also on the lead lap.
This car pulls real off. Tight. See if Johnson can time this with Carroll.
Kind of laying back a little bit. Green flag back out in the air. Mark Arthur, not a good restart at all for the number 12.
Now, Paulson all over the back end of that 12 car.
Going to try and send it down in on the inside. Mark with a little bit more momentum there on the high side. Carroll with a good restart there. 10 laps to go. Steven Johnson runs second. Here comes Mark with the momentum down the backstretch, looking for second.
Right now, Mark Arthur was a nose in front of Steven Johnson.
Yellow
trying
flag.
to get that thick. Oh, caution again.
But Mark was ahead of the two when the caution came out. Puts him in second.
Corey Rutherford again. Mike Massagill, Andy Poliski, Kyle Wellman.
Massengill. Oh my, Corey. Corey.
Corey Rutherford. Wow.
What in the world?
Oh, Sam, Phillip Van Vliet has got to get out. He's got to go to work.
Man, the 81 of Payne gets into the rear of Rutherford. And Corey Sherman, innocent bystander, trying to get to pit road. Gets hit. He bounces off the wall, man, and he collects his teammate, and Wellman trying to avoid it. Oh, man, cranks the front end of Corey Rutherford. And Rutherford gets his teammate once again. The bad luck continuing for work in progress racing. Wow. All right. Well, we said it, ladies and gentlemen. The cautions breed cautions. And we're under 10 laps to go here in this race. Mark Arthur is now up into second.
All right, Sam.
Needs a restart of his life here.
Garrett come down with the hammer on this one. The 81, Dustin Ping, into the line. Said he was the cause of all that.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw it there, too. The 81 just got into the back end of the 5, just misjudged that braking zone and kind of sent him down into Corey Sherman. I think Rutherford probably would have just went all the way down to the inside grass there and kind of spun out on his own. But with Corey Sherman being there, he bounced off him back up the racetrack, took out a couple other cars. No fault of his own, of course, just that's hard racing there near the end.
Yeah, Sherman actually had to take his car to the truck, and they're loading that thing up. I think he's done for the night. Get that thing loaded up, head to Las Vegas for next week.
Las Vegas next Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. Same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live here on True Sim Productions. Be there, share the stream out. The link is already up for you guys to go share out. Tell your friends.
Sam, guess who just got the banner for TNA Motorsports, no matter what she does?
Amanda Sherman.
Yep. Van Fleet had to get out and go home. He had to, he just got to go to work tonight.
That is a shame out of the 89. He was having such a good run too, man. I mean, that does suck for him. It doesn't help that the session was messed up and we went 10 minutes longer in the practice for whatever reason. I should have advanced it, but you know, it is what it is. Not only that, long race here tonight, 220 laps around Gateway. It's a long way.
It absolutely is. And you know, this is only a 1.25 mile track, but man, it just seems forever.
Seven laps to go here at Gateway. Gonna be 6. Probably should be double following them up this time. Bye.
All right, here we go again. Chris Carroll is your leader on the inside. Mark Arthur on the outside in the 12. Steven Johnson behind Carroll in that 2. Behind Mark Arthur on the outside is the 6 Derek Paulson. The 7 Gibson on the inside of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Don't look now, but the 28 of Hamlin and the 88 of Walker. That is the top 8 as they run. And we got Perkins and the 66. Why can I remember Berg? Remember, Berg is running without a headset. He's actually gained a spot.
It's all come down to this. It's going to be 5 laps to go when we get the green flag. Mark Arthur, Chris Carroll, front row. Can Mark get a good restart? Can Steven Johnson get a good restart? How about Derek Paulson back there? See Mark going to hang right on the door of the 99.
I don't think we can count that 7 out either, Sam.
That's pretty much anybody's race right now.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Down to the restart zone.
Oh, what? What in the world?
That I'm at a loss for words.
Wow. Did somebody spin the tire? Yes.
No. No. Netcode, I hate to say it, but I mean, there is no reason why that should have even happened, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching it in slow motion now. All Mark's doing is hanging on his door. Steven Johnson comes up a little bit, but as soon as Carroll goes, iRacing registers contact between him and the 12. That sends Carroll up into the outside wall, collects Derek Paulson, Cody Gibson, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Sam Lawson, everybody stacking up in this one.
Man, and you know what? After you played it and slowed it down, I could see where netcode, because there was plenty of space in between that 12 and the 99 car.
Well, there really wasn't. I mean, Mark was hanging on his door, but I mean, 5 laps to go. What are you going to do? Of course, you're going to hang on the door. You got to try to get the best restart you can. So there was really nothing wrong done by either driver in that situation, ladies and gentlemen. What that was is what people on iRacing call, unfortunately, I hate this word more than anything, or these 2 words, netcode. And it's basically just 2 internet connections not getting along. We all know we're racing here online. We try to make it as realistic as possible for you people at home watching, to make it as entertaining as possible. But sometimes that does happen. And unfortunately, that's what happened here tonight.
Oh, wow, Sam. Oh, wow. So, the Hammer says he did say it was netcode. He also said that Mark may have moved down a hair bit more than Carroll moved up. So, Mark Arthur in the 12 will be getting the EOL. Hold on. I ain't done. He says that we can discuss this after the race if needed. So, oh, wow.
I could sound a little biased here, but I personally don't feel that is the right call. I don't. I mean, that was pretty egregious netcode to make Carroll's car do what it did, regardless of whether Mark moved down or Carroll moved up. That was just an iRacing mix up there, and I think that one should have just been a wash. That's one of them too close to calls, and the way Carroll's car moved after the quote unquote contact was made, that's just personally how I see it. Chat, let you decide. You guys saw it in slow motion. What do you think?
Well, now we got
let's go green white checkered, Terry. We're going into overtime.
Absolutely. Now, Sam. Well, they got plenty of gas because they've had plenty of cautions.
Yeah, there's no question about that. You got Steven Johnson, who made it through that. Derek Paulson had some front end damage, but with 3 laps to go, I don't think it should affect him too much, as long as the toe didn't get knocked out of that race car. Mike Hamlin now up to 3rd. Cody Gibson still runs 4th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is up there, however, has no hood on the front end of that race car. Right now, cleanest car in the top 5, 28 of Mike Hamlin.
And that front end of that car is just totaled.
I'm telling you.
Jamie Walker, wow, his car is all messed up.
They don't matter. They ain't got no front ends on their car. I want to talk about the 28, the one that's clean, Terry, the clean race car. I think he's got a good shot at winning this here if he can get a good restart. Steven Johnson, while he does have a clean race car, the back end has a little damage. It's going to be interesting.
So Mike Hamlin has not won a race yet. Steven Johnson actually has won a race. That was back in New Hampshire. We got Derek Paulson still up there. I don't think Paulson, no, he has not won a race yet this season. So it's anybody's game.
I'll tell you what, if Mike Hamlin wants a good restart, he's going to have to close that gap up a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think he's too worried about the guys behind him right now. He's really more worried about the guys in front of him. But here we go. Pace car's off, down to the restart zone. Green flag back out in the air. Good launch for the number 2.
And right now, Hamlin, Walker into the back of Gibson.
Yeah, I don't think Gibson has the power right now to get going. They're going to lose a few spots. Paulson trying to hang on to 2nd. Mike Hamlin runs 3rd. Steven Johnson, one spinning off behind him. That was Joshua Rutherford. No caution on the speedway just yet. They keep it green.
Once they cross this line, that next flag will end this race. They got to get across this line before something happens so we can end this thing tonight.
Right now, that's all Steven Johnson wants to see is the white flag in the air presented by Priority Auto. One more time around the speedway for the number 2 of Steven Johnson.
Hamlin, Paulson fighting it out for that second place. Hamlin on the outside of the 6 of Paulson.
Every point matters here in this series, and Hamlin's going to be able to take second. But into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. He has a 6/10 gap over second place Mike Hamlin. Out of turn 4, he's had an up and down night. Managed to get through all the carnage. Steven Johnson's going to take home a win here at Gateway.
Nice run out of the 2 car tonight, Steven Johnson. Unfortunate events happened a few laps ago with pretty much all lead cars.
Crazy night. Mike Hamlin second. Derek Paulson third. Hey, John Perkins bounced back to get himself a top 5, Terry. Good run out of the 33. But man, what a turn of events there in the last 10 laps, ladies and gentlemen. That race felt like it went on for hours. We've been live for about 3 hours now, so I think we're going to put in the word to race controller, the admin team over at Blazing Pedals, that Gateway needs to be shortened next season.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on this. So stick around. We'll get everybody up in here. You guys will talk to them real quick, and we'll let everybody go home.
Steven Johnson burns it down. I believe Terry is catching up with our 3rd place finisher, Derek Paulson. Give me 1 second here, Terry. There you go.
Derek Paulson, number 3 tonight, man. How you doing?
I'm not very happy, even with 3rd. Towards the end, the racing just didn't go very good. Had a clean race car all race, and then of course net code happened there at the end, so you can't blame anybody for that. But yeah, it hurt my car. I didn't have nothing there. Lucky I got 3rd. Wish we would have came home clean. I wish we would have finished the race clean, but you know, it is what it is. I'll luck into 3rd. Not happy about it. Wish I would have earned it, but yeah, I guess here we are.
Yeah, you guys definitely had some carnage in front of you. That last caution, man, that was horrible to see all that. But, well, you walked away at the 3rd place. I'm trying to look at your incidents. You got 4 incidents tonight, so that's not horrible out of the 6th car. We head to Las Vegas next week, so maybe things look up there. You got to think not on that car, bud.
Well, this race went long, and I didn't expect to be interviewed, so I'm in my car right now, and I don't really have the list in front of me, but I'll wing it here. I got to thank you guys up in the booth there, Turn 3 Racing Network. Got to thank Savage Edge for being the sponsor. Got to thank MFRD. Got to thank Butt Kicker. Got to thank Priority Auto. I got to thank, was it CJR Graphics, I believe is what his initials are. Let's see here. Gosh, I gotta be missing one. Rick Thompson's his company too, if you want to shout that out for me, because I can't remember off the head.
So I have to go back to your very first one you said. The broadcast link that we're on is not the one you said.
Did I say Turn 3?
You may have.
I'm tired.
You just lost your interviewing privileges.
Yep, yeah, I'm banned.
Well, anyway, Derek, like I said, we head to Vegas next week, bud. Congratulations on a 3rd place. Again, long night, so we'll get you back down there, buddy.
No, all right, thank you guys.
Number 6 of Derek Paulson, not knowing what network we're on. Coming home
almost a year.
Coming home in 3rd place here tonight. Terry, while you were talking to him, I actually caught up with the number 28 of Mike Hamlin, and I kind of want to get his side of the story, or at least what he saw from his windshield. Mike, you come home second place tonight, but that one restart, how'd you find your way through that carnage?
A lot of lifting and praying, pretty much. I don't know, everything kind of folded up in front of us. 7 came across the nose, and I just kind of jammed the brakes down and hoped for the best, and we made it through clean. No incidents, no X's, so I'm happy for that. Well, sucks for everybody else that was involved, though.
Well, hey, you managed to get through it. You put yourself in a good position tonight. We kind of talked about you a little bit. You were kind of having an up and down night. You managed to put that 28 car in second place. Great points night for you. Kind of walk me through your race and how you got up to second there.
A lot of strategy. Playing the tires, we're playing the long game tonight for sure. We had to stretch tires quite a lot farther than normal, so we had to play that, and that's why it was very up and down. I think it was up and down for everybody. See some guys go hauling past, and then next thing you know, everybody's coming backwards and cycling. With the long green flag runs, it kind of paid off the waiting at the end.
Well, it's been a long race, Mike, so I won't keep you too much longer. I'm gonna let you have the floor here. Who you got to thank on that number 28 car for getting a second place finish here tonight?
Mishmash Gaming for all the support they give us with the esports stuff. My painter Jordan over at Full Send Graphics, and then everybody that sponsors the league. Priority Auto, TSP, you guys up in the booth, Savage Edge, and Butt Kicker, man, and Southern Shores Realty. You guys are amazing. Appreciate it all.
All right, Mike, congratulations again on second place. We'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much.
That was your second place finisher, Mike Hamlin. Having a great run out there, as you heard him say. Everybody kind of had an up and down night. He just managed to work it better than anybody else here. Finished second, but another driver who did it a little bit better tonight, Terry. I believe you're catching up with him. That's Stephen T. Johnson.
Stephen T. Johnson. Sam and Terry up here. You got us?
What is happening?
Hey, buddy, this is your second win this season. I mean, you got New Hampshire. It's been a while back. Now you see you here win Gateway. Walk us through some of this race tonight, man.
Yeah, so the last couple weeks, I don't know, if I haven't been able to really get good finishes or really been able to finish the race because we got a couple young ones at home, and I think I'm kind of needed to help change diapers and do stuff. So anytime I can actually get a full race, and I want to try to take advantage of it, have fun. But just kind of started mid-pack, couldn't really do anything. I'm like, this is like the hardest I've ever worked for, like 12th place in my time on iRacing, and then just got lucky with an undercut and a well-timed caution, and then just whatever happened between Chris and Mark there, that was it almost looked like, from my view, they were like pretty much on each other's doors, and then it just sent them around, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time and just drove my tail from the last 2 laps to try to hold off on that restart.
Well, you definitely had a good jump on that restart. I don't think Hamlin may have had anything for you, but he was back here fighting Paulson just a little bit. So it was a good run to the end. I mean, we had a long race tonight, so we're going to cut this a little short. So who do you got to thank on that Lowe's number 2 tonight?
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate the Five Kings folks. They're always a great time to hang out in the Discord and talk strategy back and forth, and Savage Edge and truesimproductions for putting on fantastic broadcasts as always.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations. Head to Vegas next week. We'll see you then.
We'll see you soon.
That was your race winner, Stephen Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. As Terry said, we are going to kind of cut it a little short tonight for our post-race interviews and whatnot. It has been a long broadcast. I want to thank you all for sticking it out with us here on True Sim Productions. Make sure you tune in next week for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series. Same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Make sure you check out Shop Talk tomorrow night on Savage Edge Gaming on YouTube and Twitch, and TNA Motorsports on Facebook. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Shop Talk. And then we will be live back here again in the booth tomorrow night as well for Crooked Line Racing, the championship race for the super late models. That's been Gateway for Blazing Pedals, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sam and Terry in the booth. We'll see you in the next one.